Hey guys, and welcome back to the Path to Exile Podcast, episode 55, partner with Mobalytics. I'm Cal Torak, and joining me per usual is Miso Shiro and Dead Rabbit. And if you're new here, we have our audio-only format on Apple Music and Spotify. So if you prefer to listen instead of watch, check us out over there. And if you do, please give us a rating. Before we get into dive into our guest, Jesus, my phrasing is crazy this at the beginning here. I want to give a shout out to our editor, Maloney. He has been doing an awesome job with our YouTube shorts, and I also want to apologize to him from me and Rabbit. The other day, Maloney's power went out, and Miso was like, dude, I don't care if you have power, I don't care if you have internet, you're gonna get these shorts done. And he drove to a McDonald's and edited those shorts for us and updated.
That sounds very bad. That sounds very.
I don't know why Miso demanded that of you,
sounds
bro,
very
but
bad. That
we're
sounds
very
very bad.
appreciative.
I did not do
Shout
that
out
at
to
all.
Maloney.
I
Shout out to
definitely did not
Maloney.
do that at all.
It's just. I'm sorry. Yeah, Miso is rough like that. He threatened to sue me once because I showed a clip of his stream. I had lawyers at my door and everything. I had to pay him off. Unfortunately, he's a rough one.
Yeah.
You know what? It is what it is. The mask is off, guys. I'm just an asshole. You know, this whole time I'm just pretending to be a good guy. Just cracking the whip in the background. All right.
But trolling aside, no one, of course, asked him to do that, but he did lose power one day and just immediately just went to McDonald's and edited some shorts and delivered them to Miso without the dude's awesome. So shout out to Maloney for doing
awesome shorts. Yeah,
shout out Maloney, dude.
Yeah, he's a legend. So segueing from the worst intro I've ever done on this podcast, we have one of my favorite guests we could have. This is Mr. Timmy P. Mr. Timmy P, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So we usually are build making and just kind of like a softcore focused podcast. So a large amount of our viewers may not know who you are because you focus almost exclusively on hardcore and hardcore solo self-found. So can you introduce yourself to the audience in general?
Yeah, I'm Tim or Timmy P, whatever you want to call me. All those things are okay. And yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch a long time, for 11 years. Just played all kinds of different games, just not ARPGs. And then like a little, I don't know, when this game first came out, like a year and a half ago or something, I started playing it. Then I came back to streaming, and it's been pretty sick. And then I played like 1,000 hours of softcore and had like a strong building point, just kind of got bored and dabbled with hardcore. I liked watching hardcores because there was like something on the line or something, you know? So I liked watching hardcore. And so I eventually tried it, and I was streaming and I got hooked on it, and I did like a 37-hour stream my first run. I got to 64. I died there's a clip of it still. I died to Cruel World Root Dredge in Act 3, and I have not played softcore since, really. At all. I don't know, I just started rocking it. It's just cool. Yeah. It reminds me of playing just old games and stuff, you know. I like it.
Hell yeah. And then you started the Timmy Hardcore Private League. What was it that just inspired you to do this? Was it just you wanting to hang out with friends in this separate economy, or what?
No, it was one guy. I don't know where he's at. His name was Sadir King. Really good player. But he stopped in one night. It was like the night that private leagues were announced. And shout out Sadir King. I don't know. I haven't seen him since. But yeah, he stopped in one night and asked if I was going to do a private league. And I'm like, I don't know, is that a thing? He's like, yeah, Darth Microtransactions doing one, and I want to practice. Like, is that something you'd be down for? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, anybody in chat want to do that? I started a league in 0.2 with 10 slots for 10 days, just for a group of just people in chat and Sadir to screw around in. And we wound up buying 10 slots 28 different times. So I had 280 people in it. And Sadir got like first. He was like in first place for a while or whatever, and then I haven't seen him since. I don't know where he is, but that's how it happened. And then in 0.3, I had like 400 something, and then 0.4, all you guys got involved, and it blew up. And here we are in 0.5 with it being even bigger. So yeah, that's pretty much it, bro.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, private leagues, they're not like a private server in MMOs where you have weird things going on and like third-party cash ops. They're done through the client, so it's just something you set up on the website, and essentially just a separate economy that everyone can jump into, and it has a leaderboard to it. And it's been really, this one, I think I've played in the 0.31 was my first one. I can't remember. I think it was the 0.31. But this is by far the most community. It's like the community feeling this time is just like next level.
Yeah, it's really
it's
cool.
been so fun. Like we have a global chat we've been using that everyone talks in, and everyone is like constantly just giving stuff away. You see people like Oxcrix giving away and Blazeworks giving away like newbie packages. Like here's some level 5 support gems if you're starting. Like people are using it to encourage new people to get into hardcore, which has been really fun. I don't know about you guys, but for my chat, I've had multiple viewers who have dived into hardcore for the first time with this league, and
oh yeah,
I've had a blast with this, and I'm going to be using this league going like every league you do it going forward. My hope is to like encourage as many new people to try hardcore for the first time with it, because it's very special what's happening in the league, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, and it gives, a lot of people get burned out after like 6 to 8 weeks, and that's the range that I like to start the private league in. And it gives those people a lot more longevity without getting truly bored of the game, and that's probably good for the game itself as well,
I can only say again, I played it in 0.4 for the first time, and in preparation for the Timmy League in 0.4, I started, I think 3 days earlier, I started for the first time ever just go with a HCSSF. And I think my first one was I just went with a monk first, and I died to Viper, I think. And on the second one, I died to the boat. I know everyone's gonna be like, haha, yes. And then the third one was. And then the third one was in Timmy League, and then I played the Plants Abyssal Lich, and I made it to like 98 or something because it was just a ridiculous build. And once again, and I said this last league as well, it is probably the most fun I've had with PoE2 overall.
Ever.
That's
like ever.
yeah.
Because like a mixture of different things. Like it's not just hardcore and hardcore SSF. It's also just the completely counterpoint to what to how I play Trade League softcore, because I'm kind of in this whole mindset, and I do feel like as a streamer and as someone who tries to live off of doing this, as a streamer and as a content creator or whatever, you do kind of have to do softcore trade, because a large part of why people come into my stream or watch my YouTube videos is just build guides. But overall, just for me playing, like this is my shit. The community we have this time around, especially, everyone's just like, I don't know, like just half an hour ago, Cal was doing Arbiter on his wonky ass build, and he just he typed in chat, I'm about to do Arbiter. Everyone came into his stream, the whole like global chat, when he killed Arbiter and everything. It was just a wall of GGs and everything.
It was awesome.
Damn. When someone dies, it's like people are going like, oh, back to the beat. It's like I don't know. I didn't play a lot of MMOs before, like in the old times.
I never have.
But to me, it has like this old timey MMO ARPG online roleplay game vibe of like, I don't know, real trading. I'm trading stuff. It's not just like, oh, I'm going into the market and I get 5 divines for this bow or whatever. It's like, I have a bow. Does someone have like a sword? We don't have swords yet, but it's I can't speak good enough of this whole experience. And once again, I'm super, super happy. I have so many people in my chat that played hardcore now for the first time, and they actually got hooked on it. Barb, for example, of my chat, and probably in your guys' chat as well, played hardcore for the first time in the Timmy League and died yesterday on level 95 on like rank 15 or something. First time ever
crazy.
Playing hardcore. It's just it's so crazy. Sorry for the long rant, but I am.
You're good.
I am so happy right now playing this, because I did get burned out a little bit on PvE2 on just softcore trade, but
it's crazy. I reminded
myself how
you guys.
Yeah, and it's just it revived everything. No, it's all good. I ranted like I
to your point, like I said this yesterday, it feels like the entire league is one guild in an MMO. Like it feels like we're all one guild and we're all working together, which is survival. Despite we're all on our own journeys. Like it, as silly as it sounds, when you're get involved into it, it's awesome. And I really like it. It's been a blast to play in for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully agree. I haven't done any receiving of things, but I've certainly helped people. Like as soon as I got to maps, like I found a constricting command helmet in my ritual, and I just blasted like all the way through the fortress and then through the left side through the tower, and then like leaped outside into the ritual area and just farmed ritual because the dude in chat wanted the helmet. I'm like, so
Oh yeah.
I got a lot of ritual stuff done right off rip.
Oh yeah.
I feel like ritual is probably like really good for SSF this league. I don't know, just like being able to find a ton of uniques that normally would be a little bit hard to farm for.
That plus
Absolutely. And
Abyss seem like the
omens.
most valuable. Abyss is like
Abyss has
everyone's
always been
wanting
really
Abyss
good, right?
currency. Like yeah, it's just
Everybody
like-
always wants Abyss.
It's all I've been doing. It's all
Yeah.
I've been doing.
If I have an Abyss tablet, I'm doing something with Abyss always.
For sure. Yeah, it's necessary. And so are the omens out of ritual. Like
Yeah.
even just the like shitty ones, you know, like the exaltation ones, you can get double your value out of a great.
I would have died on
Fire or
Arbiter
Star.
without my Omen of Resurgences. Like, and those were all self-found
go.
Omen of Resurgences. So
Oh, so it sounds like you
yeah.
cheated your arbiter clear. I see.
I definitely choked there at one point. That was a fun kill though. Dude, there was a point where I time stopped him and I would have died if I would have. He did the stupid bullshit overlap where he does the death beam on the ball, and I wasn't going to
Yeah,
log out,
that's
but the
tough.
time stop saved me there. Like the time stop gave me 1 second to move out of the way. But then I choked after that. It was a fun. That was like I talked about this on stream, but like there's a feeling you get when you're playing hardcore and you're doing a challenging boss that I never get anymore outside of like I got it in sports and I got it in competitive video games like StarCraft
Yeah.
1v1s. If you ever had like a 50-minute match that you won, League of Legends, if you ever had like an hour-long match that you won, Smash Bros, if you ever won like a best of series, you would come out of it shaking. Like I've only ever got that feeling in sports or in competitive gaming till now. Until doing hardcore boss fights with a ZDPS build. No troll. I understand why Quinn plays the game he does the way he does. Like, I'm genuinely not trolling. Like, this is. I understand.
You're acting like
it.
it's a
Shots
choice.
fired, dude.
Oh yeah, well, you can't. You know, you're being. That's okay. Listen, I think it is a choice. I think it makes the game more fun. I don't know. I'm having way more fun on this character, this bad DPS Chronomancer, than I was doing on any of my other like meta hardcore builds or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not recommending other people approach hardcore that way, but I feel like
No,
the
it's
reason why I've
stressful.
never
It's
stuck
stressful.
with hardcore is because I was always like, I should play supporting fire tactician because it's going to be a meta hardcore build, and I would just get bored by level 88 or something. But there's something about playing dog shit build in hardcore that's like, I actually want to keep playing this Chronomancer and see how far I can push it. I don't know.
Well, even if you use a meta build, you'll still get tested. I got hit by 17,000 damage in Simulacrum. I had 20,000 ES though, luckily. You know what I mean? So like if you push the content and click bosses in every Simulacrum, if you're doing Queen's Ritual and Rite of the Nameless and all that, you can push the content and risk your build for sure. Like no matter how strong you are. So
I mean, that's what that's what Carl did on his first character, where he got bored and then he just went into expedition and he found out real quick that it wasn't invincible. Right?
Yeah.
Dude, my chat literally called me out on it. They said I wasn't trying to die, but I wanted to die. I was so bored of that character. Like there was just something about just hitting ES. Like I hit like 9k ES at level 74, and it trivialized the content for white maps to red maps. Like, and I was just checked out mentally. I don't.
Plus the Varashta armor too.
Yeah,
The
Varashta
armor
too.
that can't be
Varashta is
broken.
just Varashta's extra.
And you can't
broken,
lose
so.
it in Trials to Suck My Ass either.
Yeah.
It's not real armor. It's zero. Like it can't be broken and it can't be taken away from you. So
Russia's
it just goes up and
overpowered.
down with your yes. It is. It is. That's why I'm playing it. Strong as hell.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
Dude, your build was like, I feel like I was getting a suntan watching that shit.
Oh yeah. The Jin was not smart. Yeah. The Fire
This shit
Tornado
was
is fun,
bright,
but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that build ended. It was fun,
Yeah,
but yeah.
but to your point about the adrenaline is what you're feeling and your hands getting
Yes.
clammy and sweaty. Like
It's
that's
awesome.
every moment of an Escape from Tarkov raid for me. That's why I can't play it anymore. I have like 4,000 out. If you like that feeling, that game will do it for you the whole time.
Yeah, I
Or
play
it's like
Dark
a
and Darker for
1v5. Yeah, or like a 1v5 in Rainbow Six Siege or something will give you that feeling, you know. But no matter how strong you are, you're walking into a one-tap boss mechanic like Arbiter, you're gonna get that feeling for sure.
Yeah. Agreed.
the other bosses that have clear mechanics, like Zesh, I'm pretty good at fighting him. If that's how the hell you say his name, I don't know.
Jet.
Oh, Cal doesn't know as well. You don't.
I make up most of the names of the things in this game. Listen, I say it in my head the first time I read it, and however I said it in my head, that's how I'm saying it forever, and there's no changing that.
And it's made up names anyway. It's not like the boss is named Andrew or something, and you're fucking that one up. It's fucking XESHT. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I was gonna name my kid that. What the heck?
I don't think
not AAEOX or whatever.
I don't think I get a pass on Garuk. What was I saying? Garukin for a while.
Garukins.
Garukin.
I mean, it's
Street Fighter
on
move?
that one.
That's probably what I was saying.
It has to be Khan because it's KHAN, right? And it's the Khan thing. It has to be Khan, so it can't be Garukins. I don't know. Also, you have the smallest water bottle in the world. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Just real big.
I thought I was buying my normal water bottles at the store, and
that's
more
plastic waste.
Yes, it is. I'm very sad.
The American way.
The American way.
What
about you, Miso?
About? Sorry,
we're talking about hardcore WoW. Miso, you just first of all, let's just catch up on Miso. Miso, how's your PoE1 journey been? You just ended it. Let's get a little bit of recap with you.
Yeah, I mean, PoE1's been a lot of fun. I've been continuing. I played the Mamba build, and it's been a really good time. Path of Exile 1, surprise, still a very good ARPG. Contrary to a lot of what Path of Exile 2 players say. I get it, right? A lot of people who come from Path of Exile 2 only and never played a Path of Exile 1 before, it's really hard to play and get into Path of Exile 1. But, as a ARPG boomer, right? Somebody who's been playing for a while, definitely not as long as the D2 guys, but definitely, been playing for over 10 years at this point, right? 15 years or however long Path of Exile 1 has been around. It's still a really good time. Just got I've played casually for a very long time, and since I started streaming, started taking it a little more seriously. So this time around, my goal was to get a Mage Blood because I'd never gotten a Mage Blood before. Because last league I ended up just pivoting to a new build that spent probably way more than what it would have cost to get a Mage Blood, but I just didn't get one because the build couldn't use it. Or rather, maybe I just spent too much money on other things, but I got it for the first time this league, and that was a lot of fun. It feels very different because this league, before I stopped playing, Amira was 350 divines and the Mage Blood was 220. So I technically I definitely farmed over Amira's worth of currency for my character, and the character costed over Amira, which is crazy to think about because I've never actually farmed a mirror in Path of Exile 2. That's so hard to do. Unless you're doing something.
Sounds cheap though, right? No, I don't know Path of Exile 1 very well. Is that not cheap?
I think this league especially was a little bit cheaper than usual, right?
Yeah, mirrors this league were very cheap because they got rid of a lot of the super chase items. They got rid of kind of the very top end of items in the game. So mirrors were a lot cheaper. It's a lock was about 50 divs, and then a mirror was about 350 when I stopped playing. I think it's gone up a little bit more at this point, but the economy is different. I found a lock, and normally in Path of Exile 2, you find a lock, you're like, oh snap, I'm set. I can get anything that I want, kind of, right? But in Path of Exile 1, I got the lock this league, which again was cheaper than usual because of the new, probably because of the new league mechanic. It's kind of it's kind of like a pseudo lock in a way, not really it's like a mini lock. You can put an item in and put a currency in, and you could get multiple outcomes for it and choose from, I think, 4 outcomes basically. So because of that, the lock was worth less, mirrors worth less, but it was very interesting. But I'm still enjoying the game. I'm playing it off stream, but I'm on THC right now because people wanted to see THC, and it's a good time. Right now I'm in Act 4 on my Chronomancer, playing EDC to level up because I don't know how to level up spellcasters. I've never league started a spellcaster before. I always started a martial weapon character. So anytime I played a spellcaster afterwards, it was another character I'd already leveled up, or I'd level up as a martial weapon character, and then I just swap over to spellcaster. So it's first time leveling spellcaster.
the thing about SSF, you kind of gotta let the gear dictate what you're gonna do. Like if you get enough gold to hit up the vendor and they have like a plus like chaos wand with some gain on it or something, you might want to go EDC. Or if they have a staff that has like plus cold spells or something, you just kind of, or if you happen to find one of those things, that's the SSF thing kind of, or like the private league vibe. It's like pseudo SSF where I think sometimes you don't have an option, and if you try to force it, that's when you're going to struggle. Honestly, you know.
Yeah, I'm playing it as HCSSF personally.
In particular.
You're going to do zero trading the whole way.
Yeah, I'm doing zero trading. I don't know. For me, I don't really feel like when I play hardcore, I never feel like playing a trade, even if it's like SSF plus, because like it's like if I'm gonna go hardcore, I might as well go all the way. That's how I feel.
I fully that's how I am too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You kind of alluded to it when you first started talking there, Miso. There's this. It's always super annoying because it was happening in my chat too. There's always the people on a side that just they're upset because you're not involved in what you want them. They want to view you playing. I was getting comments of people like, you're not even going to check out the PoE 1 league. It's like, no, I'm having a blast playing PoE 2 right now. I want to keep playing PoE 2. And like, they would get upset at me. And I've seen it plenty of times in your chat where they're like, PoE 2 Andes are almost trying to like rage bait both you and other viewers into like, why are you playing this? Was that happening a lot to you during it? Because it kind of sounded like that's what you were feeling.
I mean, it's nothing serious. Every now and then people are like, oh, when are you gonna go back to playing PoE 2? Or it's like, oh, no PoE 2 anymore. It's no real rage bait, but yeah, I mean, people want to see the game, right? That's what most of my community came from. So obviously they wanted to see me play the game that they came here for. But you know, this time around, I like it's interesting because you know, I was saying, I was messaging you guys that every single league, it seems like I get more and more people staying for PoE 1, which is nice. It's, you know, my PoE 1 community grows a little bit bigger every single time I stream the league. So it's not quite as big as my PoE 2 community, but, you know, and also a lot of people who watch PoE 2 and played PoE 2 still stay and hang out just to, you know, chat, even if they're not playing PoE 1, which is, I really appreciate.
And why did you feel the need to, if you're still having so much fun playing PoE 1 and you're playing it off stream, why did you feel the need to swap to PoE 2?
Because I don't know, people in my community wanted it. So I had it, like I said, I had a goal, right? My goal was to get Mage Blood. And after I got it, I was like, okay, you know what? Goal achieved. I'll give the community what they want, right? For me, streaming is like a, you know, partly like, it is like something I enjoy. I do like playing, but like I'm a streamer first before a game person first, I guess. So it's like if my chat wants to see certain thing, I'll try my best to do it. And I still like PoE 2, right? It's still a lot of fun. It's not like I'm forcing myself to play PoE 2 when I don't like it, right? It's like I'm still having a really good time. It's just that if I were to choose, I would play PoE 1 over PoE 2. Though if I were to choose ultimately right now, I'd probably play MapleStory Classic before I play any of them. But you know, nobody in my stream wants to watch that. So yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well, man of the people. Understand there's like a cyclical. There's a cycle with the content and the games right now. You know what I mean? So like they're gonna. If people like PoE 1 and you're going to be on PoE 1 eventually, you'll be back on PoE 2 eventually too. It's just, that's how the games are working right now. There's just a cycle of content with it. So along with that goes your guys' content too, you know?
Yeah. Which is why I am so appreciative of the THC League. And of course, this patch 0.5, with this patch, the end game, while it's still very frustrating at times, has a lot of bugs and stuff, even with a 6-month cycle, I could play this PoE 2 patch if there's a Timmy League in the middle of it. Like, this is all I need. Like, I don't need other games. So, like, the game's already kind of weirdly at a point where I don't have to do that cycle myself. But for the people that do enjoy that cycle, I'm sure that, you know, it's heaven on earth. But for me, this game already has, like, its own internal cycle of main league to Timmy League to SSF after. And that'll be how I play going forward, you know?
That's how it is for myself and a bunch of other people. They just play soft core and then they get bored. And by the time, like, people are asking like weeks, like it's like the new shit's been out for like 3 weeks or a month. And they're like, bro, when's the new league starting? I'm bored. It's like, maybe at that point, consider just starting hardcore SSF or something. You know what I mean? You might just be a hardcore player, bro.
Other games are fine too,
Definitely.
Sometimes games should not be played to the level we play them. Like the amount we play these games is
Very
not
true.
normal, right? So
It's not
it's normal
healthy.
for you to get bored of a game and go play other stuff for the
care.
next league, right? So, but
Yeah. Or like
if you
go
do
outside
enjoy
a couple
grinding it,
times.
yeah, growing outside, I don't know about that one. That's scary sometimes.
I heard grass is
It's-
hot like fire.
Very itchy too.
I mean, it's like one of the most. It's a very common question I get almost like not almost every day, but almost every week. It's like how are you not bored of this game, or how are you not burned out of this game? How are you still playing this game? And I always answer like, kind of my job. I need to eat. I need to eat food. But honestly, this league it has been really really easy to just keep going. It's been, like Cal perfectly described it. It was the league now was at a perfect timing. It was at a perfect timing because I was starting to not feel the vibe anymore for softcore trade and everything. You really did everything and stuff. And but in general, hardcore and especially hardcore SSF, by the way, it's just it is. Someone said, someone in my chat actually earlier today said, what even is the point of playing hardcore? Like someone completely new wanted to know, and I don't know if that was a good metaphor or anything, but it's like if you're taking a hike or whatever, it's the softcore trade, and especially if you played like we do, the sweaty approach, and then I just want to get to. It's like you're taking the hike and you're just going like this, and you're just running towards the food at the end of the hike or whatever you want to see. You're just running towards. You're not seeing anything. And the way we're playing hardcore, and especially hardcore SSF right now, it's just you see everything. You see the beautiful nature on the side. You read the sign. You know, like you see an animal. You photograph. Then sometimes you get put back to the start of the road.
That's a good metaphor.
It's just
that's a good one.
I have seen so many things now. I've realized so many things about the game. I've over 5,000 hours in PoE2, and I've probably almost 1,000 hours just in this league, I think. And the amount of stuff that I've now seen that I didn't even realize before because I was just rushing towards the end is insane. I have asked so many questions to my chat the past few days that where someone in my chat was like, wait, how am I using your guide? How do you not know these things? It's because you don't take in the journey usually at all. So yeah, I can only once again say to anyone, even because a lot of people always go like, I don't think I'm good enough to play hardcore. You are good enough to play hardcore. Believe me, try it out, try SSF. You will see the game in a completely different light, and it will teach you so much about the game, especially SSF. It is crazy how much it teaches you about itemization, how to play the game in campaign and in the end game. You learn about like different boss mechanics much more. You learn about crafting a lot and how to use crafting to itemize your character. I can only once again mention it. So if I would probably be playing HCSSF exclusively if the whole eating part and having to buy food part wasn't a thing.
I said on stream today that. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, it's just
I just said on stream earlier today that I could see a world where hardcore like becomes my actual main game mode. Like once the balance is more structured and like if I'm comfortable navigating defensive layers on every build out there, then I'll be comfortable playing hardcore. Maybe not hardcore SSF. But hardcore, a lot of the reasons why I was scared of hardcore is just because if you do, like, I like to experiment with new builds, and if I don't know how to set up that build defensively, it's just going to rip, and I'm never going to get to the fun part, right? So as I learn more about defensive setups, I imagine, like right now, hardcore is a main game mode. I will visit every league, but it won't be what I league start. But I do honestly think there might be a world where I league start hardcore in a year or two. It's just so enjoyable, and it does start to make the rest of like just playing it in softcore a little bit less fun. I'll play softcore for experimenting and then hardcore for playing the game. I've said on this podcast specifically, my fun ends when the build's experimenting ends. That's not the case when I'm playing hardcore right now. I'm actually having fun playing the game. and that is new to me. Like obviously I have fun
That's
playing
so
the game,
crazy.
you know. Obviously I have
So,
obviously I
like-
have fun playing the game, but when the build is finished, usually I'm bored at a day after the build's finished, and if I don't think there's any optimizing I can do, it's like, okay, let's go play the next build. But I could sit like, to me, there's just a different vibe, and I've never had that feeling in softcore ever, and I'm very much enjoying it.
I don't know if you ever seen my title, just I called play game. I just say it's just spelled all wrong, but that's exactly what I mean. I'm just playing the game. Like that's literally it. Yeah. And what you guys mentioned about SSF, the hardcore part's whatever, but the SSF part, what I've noticed too is you find an item and it kind of inspires you to mess around with it, where in softcore trade you might not even dabble with it because it's not like the best. If you could just go buy the best thing and use it, why not do that, you know? But in SSF, it kind of just, it makes you start having to screw around with stuff, and you can come up with some pretty interesting things. Go ahead, Rabbit. Sorry, bro.
No, that was it. I was just adding onto Cal's thing. What Cal just said is probably also a little bit centric around us just having so much time to play softcore, because there's probably a lot of people that play an hour every day or every night or whatever, or just like a few hours every week, and for them the progression in softcore is much. I wouldn't say slower, but the progression is much more felt. Of course, we have this whole notion now on softcore right now because we are doing the rushing like I described. So, but overall, I can only say once again, I think there is not a player in PvE2 that wouldn't have fun with hardcore. You just it's a mind shift kind of a little bit. I think Blaze once. The way Blaze explained it to me once last league, I think when I started doing hardcore and I was not up for it at first. I think he said that you don't have to see it as like you just play one character or whatever and you just progress that one character, but especially HCSSF, more like you build a loadout. So let's say you make it to Act 4, you put a lot of the stuff that you find that's not for your character, you put it into the bank, or you get gold, you get regal orbs, you get all the orbs. And even if you die, the next one is already going to be a little bit better, and you get the hand-me-downs and everything. You have got all the experience and everything. So yeah, I've said what do you think, Timmy, about because it was like there were a few people in my stream actually that kind of would even prefer the whole approach of you don't even get the hand-me-downs, like true HCSSF on every single character. What would you, as a hardcore?
I have a problem with that kind of thing. I don't think we should be gatekeeping anyone. Like to me, the Timmy League should be about encouraging people who have never played hardcore to get in, and if the hand-me-downs encourage those, right?
I didn't mean as like a Timmy League play mode or whatever, but like as a philosophical thing about HCSSF or what HCSSF should be. I thought it was an interesting thing, but also you could have that self-imposed. But I would like to know what Timmy thinks of it, because he's by far the most experienced in HC.
Right, and that's what it is. Like there's a lot of self-imposed difficulties that people add to themselves, the no pausing, wanting to use more ethical builds or whatever, just not looking at build guides. People feel like that might be one, and that would be one of the most hardcore limitations you could do, is just like play out of your stash or play out of your inventory or delete your whole stash after the character dies or whatever. But that would be a limitation that would be interesting to mess around with. Yeah, for sure. But like like my current character right now, or like my main Jin, like it's kind of hard to imagine my main Jin in particular dying. So I don't know how much difference that would make. So if you made a new character while that character's alive, like you know what I mean? You still don't get to use the stash, or you just have to play that character until it dies or something? I don't know. I don't know how you would like limit. You'd have to just play one character, and that would be an interesting challenge to do. Maybe that's something I could consider eventually. I don't know. But if you just make a strong character, it's kind of no difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's so funny that you say that, because part of the reason why I was like rushing my Jin and like kind of let it to its death was because it felt weird to play the next character if this one was still alive. Like it felt like it needed to die for me to be able to play a new character. I genuinely had that thought, and I don't know.
See, that might be a mind shift thing too, because my preferred method is to have multiple characters. Like, so if you die, it doesn't feel as bad. And then if you get to the point too where a character is so strong, there's really nothing left to do. Like, I don't want to kill my character on purpose to make another one. I'll just use that one to keep facilitating and funding another build. Like, I've made 15 characters this league, counting the one in THC. Or I've made 12 different characters, 15 different builds. So like, that's a lot of killing characters in like builds that wouldn't have been made if those characters had to be killed first. You know what I mean?
Send
like
them to the void.
I guess, but I've taken the same chalupa and turned it into like 3 different builds. You know, same with a blood mage with a mage blood. She's dead now, but.
Right. I do want to push back. Oh, go ahead, Miso.
I want to bring it back a little bit because I think it's important to say this. But I want to go back on the point earlier that Rabbit said everybody was.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to push back on.
Will enjoy hardcore. I don't want to be like, I want to be the guy while everybody's really having a lot of fun with hardcore or whatever. But I know plenty of people who don't enjoy hardcore. Because they don't have the time, they don't want to get their progress wiped. Like, don't feel weird if you don't enjoy hardcore.
No, obviously.
Don't feel weird if you don't enjoy hardcore because it's not for everybody. To be completely honest, right? If I weren't a streamer, I would never touch hardcore. Like, to me, even right now, if I were not streaming right now and I were still playing Path of Exile, I would probably still be on softcore trade. I like it. It's fine. It's more content for me, but I still like, having the wacky builds. I like being able to make crazy characters, which you just can't really do on hardcore.
I definitely have to say that one big thing about this is the Timmy League.
That's
for me, the community. The community around the THC League is kind of what I think if it would just be hardcore trade and you turn on global and everyone's just being a dumb fuck and I don't know.
They are.
Yeah, right. And the whole community aspect around the Timmy League that everyone is excited for, like other people and watching them kill Arbiter or whatever, or helping each other out. That's a big part of it. I think if it was just like the anonymous void that is just like global league, I think I would. It's probably a little bit different. But
and what I mean by what I mean by like wacky builds is like sometimes hardcore just doesn't have enough people for certain items. There are certain unique items that just don't exist. Prism of Belief +3 for weird esoteric builds. Nobody's going to have that. So it's like, I know what you guys are saying. You can still make crazy cracked out builds, but there are just some really off meta stuff that there's just not that item that exists in the league, unfortunately.
Even in hardcore trade, because like it's so self-regulating that any good item usually ends up like they're just never going to get those things. So I agree with you completely. I will always use softcore trade for experimenting. Like that will always be the case. But I do want to say that if you are on the fence about playing hardcore, or if you've ever had a hardcore experience that was miserable and you didn't have fun, for the next Timmy League, I highly encourage you checking it out, because the experience of fuck all of the rules, fuck like putting limitations on yourself, ignore all that. You don't have to do solo stuff found. Come into the Timmy League, interact with the global chat, and take as many handouts as you want, and just try and progress. And if you die, be like, I just died in global chat. Everyone will cheer you on, and you'll be like, do you want this unique? Do you want a luminous pace to help you move speed faster? Do you want this unique chest? Do you want like Black Braid or something? Like, when I died on my Varashta and I started my Chronomancer, chat gave me a Black Braid to level with. And I used that Black Braid all the way to level 89, funny enough. So, like, ignoring all the challenges and the rules about getting truly into the game mode, if you're a fence sitter, I highly recommend Timmy League 5 to come back and just join the community aspect of it, and that will be your gateway drug. And if you do not enjoy the Timmy League, then you won't enjoy hardcore. Like, that'll be what answers it for you.
Well, this league it's going to be running minimum till 0.5. I'd like it to run till 1.0. It usually runs, so
I thought
it'll be available.
Someone told me private leagues had a month limit, and it was just over in a month. Is that not true?
No.
Oh shit. Okay, whoever said that, fuck you, because I've been like, I put like a time limit on this where I've been like, I need to go play normal SSF soon because this is ending soon. I don't want to like, okay. Cool. Oh, I didn't realize it could be extended. For like literally, someone told me these are capped at 1 month and it's ending in 3 weeks.
I
And
mean,
I
the
was like,
second
oh
win
shit.
league lasted for way longer than 1 month, right?
Did it? I didn't play. I quit it pretty quick. I quit second league in like 2 weeks. So
Yeah, all the leagues that I've started have ran till GGG launches the
Cool.
next patch. That's what I would like to happen here, but I don't know what's going to happen with 0.5. It might be cool enough to where I just want to play the normal global hardcore SSS SF, but minimum no matter what, it's going to run till 0.5. And I was going to say something about me. So is it possible to get the cracked out weird crazy shit? Yes. Is it probable? Nah. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand where you're coming from, brother. But go ahead.
yeah. That's just how I feel about it. Yeah.
And I want to add too, because I'm not like one of those. I like to play the game this way. You know what I mean? And if my dick gets smashed to the point where I'm not having fun, I will play softcore trade. The last time that happened was at the beginning of Abyss League, I believe, or 0.2. It was 0.2. Or whenever we got asynchronous trading, because I interacted with that for like 5 days. 0.3. Okay. Yeah. So the Abyss League was going terrible. I was trying to play Maces and like Red Life and all the ground degen and learning everything. The lightless moray that like spin and slam the ground and like insta tap you. I was just getting destroyed. So I played a little bit of softcore trade because I wanted to mess around with the Shrine Hammer that got added. I'm a big Mace guy. So like I'm not like that like super hardcore like only kind of guy. It's just the way I have fun, and if that changes, then I'll play something a different way. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely not that tribalistic kind of hardcore dude. I just like the game, and that's the way I like to play it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I just want to say that.
People do get very tribalistic about how they approach the game, and they like this is I'm having so much fun, so this is how you should be having fun, right? And they just very much project their rules onto themselves, and you see that a lot with hardcore.
Yeah, shame on you for playing the game that you bought with your money in your house the way you want to. Like, shame on you for that, you know?
Yeah. Let's dive into some of those like rules we talk about. I mean, always logging out the pausing to escape death is a big talking point every time I play hardcore. I'm just curious, like, what each of your guys' thoughts are on it. Today, I did the Doriani fight to get my Arbiter fragment, and he does this lightning attack that chases you and locks onto you. And it spawned after the fight. And I picked up the fragment to teleport you, and then when you click that, it teleports you back to the beginning, and you get the loot at the beginning of it. But you're locked in an animation when it's doing that. But the lightning attack was actually still locked onto me, chasing me, and I'm literally locked in this animation, and if I didn't pause and log out, I 100% died. Like that, and that was like just a bullshit death. There was just no and there's a lot of like things like that where like I appreciate the logout deaths, but when I went into Arbiter of Ash, I was not going to log out death. Like that's my philosophy on it. When I'm doing the hardest content, if I have logout death in it, it just like for some reason I put that rule set on me. What are your guys' philosophy with the logout cheesing? There's no wrong way to think about it, in my opinion. I'm not trying to do any shaming here. Because it does get very for some reason people are very aggressive about the logouts and stuff. You're ruining your experience with the logout. Like if you get level 98 logging out, you're still oppressive in hardcore, right? Like
people love doing that. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like
that's how I feel about it. That's it. It's really that like, simple, dude. You know?
Yeah,
it really is that simple.
I had
a
one
limitation
you're
putting on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You are this. I can always say this. It doesn't matter if it's hardcore, softcore, whatever. It's a video game. Play the video game however you want. Don't let anyone. It's such a Twitch centric streamer chat kind of centric attitude to always give a fuck about what like especially as a streamer. People always tell me what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing. Like what they wouldn't do, and it's like it's so do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I logged out yesterday as well.
It's hard to not get frustrated. You logged out.
I had one logout yesterday. Because I think it was the first one this league. I think I had one in campaign maybe on my first character, which I died on, and then today or yesterday, I clicked on the corrupted strongbox. That you shouldn't even click on anyway. You shouldn't even click on it anyway, because you get a corrupted unique, which in 99.99999% of cases is just going to be dog shit. And I clicked on the strongbox while a breach was going, and I already had a few breach monsters on me. And then the corrupted monsters from the strongbox all spawned on me because it was on a map with a small corridor, like a super small corridor, and I was in the small corridor, and like 40 monsters spawned right on top of me and all smacked me at the same time. And I went down like this, and I instinctively immediately pressed escape. I was down to 100 HP or something.
You were this close.
It was, and then I was like, "Yo, am I gonna? I don't know. I'm just gonna log out here." And pretty much everyone in my chat was also like, "Yeah, this is a clear one." I don't know, if you're in a boss fight.
Sounds like you cheated.
Yeah, you cheated.
I don't know, if you're in a boss. It was kind of people even said, I'm paraphrasing here. People even said that was kind of a skill play, because it was like a very instinct. It was like a very quick pause into log. That's also
I've had that
also
discussion with
play,
Blaze, right? That like you, to be able to log out, you have to understand you're about to die. That is a skill check that most new players are just going to die and be like, "Oh, what killed me? I didn't know what was going to come." Like, you have to be good enough to know the death's coming, and then you have to be fast enough to hit escape. Now, is that the most mechanically difficult thing in the world? Of course not. But it's still a skill check. You have to be able to register that you're going to die to begin with. So
that's how I cope.
whatever code you have to do. I only try and log out cheese on bullshit bugs. I probably do log out cheese every once in a while, but on bosses I put that limitation on myself, just because, like I said, explained earlier, that feeling I got after Arbiter, I don't think I would have gotten that, that much adrenaline and fun out of it if I was logging out, going into it like, if it gets scary, I'm gonna hit escape and log out. What is your thoughts on it, Miso, on log out cheesing?
I mean, it's the same thing as what these guys say. Just play it how you wanted. Doesn't really matter to me.
Well, I mean, what is your approach rather? Like, how do you do it?
Yeah, sure. Like, if I I don't have that reflex to begin with, because I don't know. I'm an old man, I guess. I don't have that reflex. So, like, if I can hit the escape button, I probably it wasn't going to kill me anytime soon, anyways. So I guess it's just, hey, I'll press it when I can press it. But usually if I do press it, it probably wasn't killing me that quick anyways. But yeah, like, hey, well, it's it's a case by case situation. I just, when I can press it, I'll press it. If I can't, then I just die. It is what it is. Personally, it's just like what these guys said. It's all hardcore soul self-found. Those are all self-imposed challenges anyways.
Exactly.
So personally, I mean, I don't want to lose my character most of the time, right? I worked hard on that thing. I don't want to lose it, so I'm gonna press escape when I when I can.
Someone in my chat, maybe it was actually in the THC global chat, that someone said they have a foot pedal for logging out. They're always ready to just stomp their foot if they ever log out.
With the steering wheel too.
Just legendary stuff.
It's just
whatever you gotta do.
I feel like a good thing could be to just have it hooked up to a heart rate monitor, and as soon as your heart rate goes over 120, you're just gonna whoop.
That's a good idea, actually.
You can really get rage rated by chat a lot, I guess. They link you something to purposely get your heart rate to go up, and you're like, no, I didn't want to log out.
What I was going to say, a lot of the time when I pause, it's to calculate the situation. I unpause. Sometimes I die. Most of the time I don't. Like when I mentioned, I had 20,500 energy shield. I get hit by Candlemass and Geo's like cold breath, and I lose 17,000 of my energy shield. I hit Convalescence and pause, and I know I hit Convalescence because I had zero uses on it. And I'm looking at my ES. I'm like, dude, I think my ES is on the way up because I hit Convalescence. I unpaused and I finished the Simulacrum, and now I realize, and I think I might have got crit too. So I went and threw that Greater Essence of whatever the hell, or Perfect Essence that gave me crit on my body armor to suffix. So I took care of that, and I'm just hyper aware when I go in there now. If I see Geo, it's like insta kill, like fucking go straight towards him and delete him. He's dangerous in there, dude.
They nerfed him too. I don't know why. Why of all the bosses you would put in there, especially. Yeah, they nerfed him. Didn't they nerf him like week 1 or 2? He was way more dangerous in Simulacrum.
Fuck,
Like,
dude.
that's what's
He's
crazy.
scary, dude.
Because he
Of all the
scary.
pinnacle bosses you're gonna put into Simulacrum, you chose him. Like, he's the most deadly
all
one.
Act 1. It's all Act 1 in Simulacrum.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah.
Rust
I think
King,
it's because the tile set
Executioner.
is Act 1, because like you're in Ogum Farmlands or whatever, right? Basically.
Maybe. I wonder if
Maybe
we'll
they're
have
gonna
like an
add
Act
future.
2
Yeah,
Simulacrum.
yeah. I was about to say maybe they're gonna add
shit.
future tile sets with different bosses. I'd never realized it was all the bosses. Cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's deadly in there. Thank you for reminding me. I was gonna do Simulacrum later tonight, and maybe I won't. I don't know if I could eat that hit.
Just don't. Well, you have to add the bosses. I add a boss to every room.
Oh,
of it
true.
With my
Right,
main
right.
character. Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to add anything. You can add a boss. You can add more.
Oh, right. You
mod
can skip
density,
too,
or you
yeah.
can, add to where the modifiers roll over to the next room. That being probably the most rippy one.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Something we love to talk about on this podcast is just item scarcity and stuff, and just like loot drops in general. And every time we have the ground loot sucks conversation, our comments are filled with you should just play SSF. Ground loot doesn't suck when you play SSF, and they're right. It's like when you're playing SSF, the amount of ground loot rares that I've gotten that have just been like crazy good, especially from like Rogue Exiles, it's like the longevity of it. Obviously, ground loot will eventually phase out, and you're going to eventually be wearing crafted gear. But I'm getting crazy ground drops. What about you, Rabbit?
I feel like it's only natural that the ground loot is is so much better if you're playing like SFF, right? Because there's 100,000 other players, and they will just find better stuff than you because there's 99,000 more players than you. So, but that's also what I mean about why. Yeah, exactly, and that's also what I mean by everyone will at least enjoy SSF. If you want to learn about the game and if you want to learn about itemization and how to make the most, because it teaches you a lot about Trade League as well. If you're playing SSF in a League start scenario or something, or you put yourself into a League start scenario in the SSF, you will be a much better player when it comes to a Trade League, when it comes to making currency early on, because you really realize what you should be looking for in terms of what people need, and especially like in the Timmy League for now. Abyss is a good example, or just in general. I look at so much more stuff, especially when you get fresh into endgame. And this is something that I kind of do on Trade League as well. When you are just into maps or you're very in the early progression in endgame, I sometimes port out of a map 2 times to check the rares. Because I pick up every single rare that I get, because once I need gold, second I disenchant or I get armor scraps are very important early on and very valuable early on, and then just check every single rare, because in the first week of a league, if you find that one rare, if you in your first T14, T15 maps or something, if you find 30% movement speed with double res and high energy shield or something, that's like, you will never get that feeling back, because 2 weeks in, your loot filter isn't even showing those anymore. So yeah, it's only natural that the difference is this big, but I think it's fine, and you should try out SSF because it teaches, like, you will learn a lot.
To your point, this might sound stupid, but over 5,000 hours of playing this game, I have literally never done essence crafting. Ever. I've never done any abyss crafting. I've done more crafting in the last week than I've done throughout the last 5,000. And this isn't even real crafting.
That's kind of crazy.
It's just simple essence crafting. I have learned so much just about entry level gear. I'm truly a trade Andy. Anytime I need a piece of gear, if I'm stuck in the campaign, I search trade, and there's some bozo who's put up a good 2-handed mace that they shouldn't have for an exalt. And then I can ride that throughout to the maps. I think if you're good at trading, you never have to actually engage with any system.
Yeah, it's just an approach of play. In the end, you just, there are certain players that are just farming, just town is lava or hideout is lava or whatever, and just farming. turn everything into Exiles early on, and then use all. It's a legitimate approach to play the game. Like if you don't want to engage in the crafting and you don't want to waste time in hideout, I would say it's very, very legitimate, because if you're crafting, if you're like actively trading, or if you're using essence crafting, and then you go to PV2 database and you look at the stat lines and you do this, and then you go to the well to desecrate, and then you reroll that takes time. I would say it's a very legitimate argument to say, like, yeah, I'm not doing all that. I'm just in maps 99% of my time, and then I just turn everything I get there into Exiles, and then I take like 1 minute to buy my gear with those Exiles. I feel like that's
I don't know if that's a normal way to play, but that's how I've always played. Yeah. I don't know if that's normal.
It doesn't sound normal.
And in SSF, you do not have that option. You do not
I've
have
accepted
that option.
That. I'm
SSF.
weird at this point. Yeah, you don't have that option in SSF. But
That's good.
I like looking at my currency tab and not seeing currency. It's crafting materials. You know what I mean? Like I don't look at anything in my stash like it has value. I literally liquidate
everything.
Yeah, that's insane to me. Huh?
Everything is current. Everything is divine orbs to me. That's how I've always approached it. And divine orbs are gear. Like
well, I understand that. I played softcore. It's not that foreign to me, but yeah. I don't care for that part that I guess that's why luckily there's 4 different ways for us to play the game that suits our wants and desires with our game, you know?
Oh yeah. That's part of the reason why we were happy with this podcast, because me, Miso, and Rabbit, we don't play the game similar really at all. But we all have just the same amount of fun, so it just like shows how good the game is.
Like for SSF, it's really important to know what bases you want. Like Vile Robes, it's going to have the most ES, the Succumus sandals, and then those whatever those gloves are. I can't remember the name of them. But you just find those white bases, save them in a tab called blank, and then when you're ready for an upgrade, you just grab 3 of them out, 4 of them out, 5 of them out, whatever, and just start the process. I've been trying to stay away from things with greater essence though, because of the one crafted mod thing. So I've been trying to get lucky. You know, you'll slam a trans orb on it, and if it rolls something shitty, thorns or life, and you're looking for pure ES or something, you just take an annul orb and hit it before you get anything else on it, and then you can use 2 augs. And a lot of the time that turns out pretty good. You'll get a flat ES or a high percent. Use 2 greater or perfect augs on a blank magic item, and it comes out pretty good. And then from there, kind of cross your balls and slam a greater or a perfect regal, because staying away from stuff with greater essence will result in better gear. Like if it has a higher ceiling, but it's less guaranteed. You know what I mean? So saving all those bases is important. Having like a tab full of bases of gear that you want, whether it's your armor or your ES, just your meta best bases for when you have a crafting session. But you need to have all that shit to do it. You know, that's the tough part. That's my approach with it, and that's how I find the best stuff. Most of my stuff is crafted, but I'll pick something up off the ground and it'll come with like a fat ES on it, or with the scepters, I'm going and gambling tens of millions of gold to try to get a +4 scepter, because I can't get it any other way. It's only coming from Ange gambling for me. So that's it's a process. It's a totally different way to play the game,
For sure. Yeah, it's cool. I'm very much enjoying it, because it does feel good it feels very good when you craft something that's very powerful for your build, and it's like, okay, now I can really push maps harder, I can go faster. For me, one big friction point, which we talk about every league, is runes. I think it was nice that they added a rune vendor with whatever that dude's name is in the hideout, where you can spend the expedition currency for it. But you get a random rune, and it's so freaking expensive. So you can buy 30 runes and you won't hit the one you want. So it's like the problem with runes has always been you need a specific rune to solve a specific problem. I need lightning res, I need the lightning res rune. And they added a vendor that solves the rune problem, but it doesn't solve the rune problem because it's bullshit RNG. And then when you're at the highest level, the amount of runes that it can give you is absurd. So you really have to dump all of your Verisium at that point. it's a step in the right direction where we're getting another rune source. But I mean, Rabbit, just start with you, or like, how have you been feeling a rune drought at all again, or like, are you feeling a lot less friction this time around when it comes to runes? Because to me, I'm still as frustrated with runes as I've always been.
Early on,
early
yes.
on.
Yeah, 100%. But I think I've kind of always felt this way, that it's very unfortunate because you either have too little or too much. It's you start out with the drought heavily, and then it's just like at a certain point in the end game, especially, then it's just way too plenty. There needs to be a little bit more of a balance. They need to shift that the too much in the end game a little bit earlier. I had that during the campaign, and especially early end game as well. I just like at every single time you change a piece of gear or something, you're just like, oh, now I need another lightning res rune, or I need another iron rune for my weapon or whatever. And we talked about this so much before on the podcast. They want to make the rune system work, and the rune, and I do accept it as a concept for the game, as like the socketables to be the crafting bench type thing where we can actually use different things, socketables in our gear to get what we want from the gear piece, right? But we need to have them more available, especially in the beginning of the game, for that to work. It can't be, because the argument doesn't work here, because I always have the argument in the campaign still that I'm always starved for regal orbs. I hate this whole thing of me never having regal orbs, and every single time I find amazing items with 2 amazing blue modifiers, and it's always like, I don't have a regal orb. And then once I get the regal orb, I'm like, okay, which of these 12 items do I regal now? And probably hit life regeneration per second. And then, I don't know, want to quit the game. And then the answer from my chat is always, oh, just disenchant all your
pick
gear.
up every rare. Pick up every rare.
I do, but then you need gold at the same time.
Yeah,
you need gold
too.
at the same time. If you disenchant every single rare, you will have like 7 gold at the end of Act 4. So, but that argument doesn't work with runes, right? On runes, there's no way to get them other than just get them from like the 2 quests that we have, and I think it's an easy fix. We just need to get more runes. Just have them, like, even if it's a little bit too much in the campaign, that doesn't it doesn't destroy anything. It doesn't make the campaign us overpowered in campaign or anything. We just have more uses for the system that they want us to use. So I really don't get it. Just give us more runes.
We've talked about the solution before. Blank runes. Just drop blank runes instead. Maybe lower the overall rune drop rate and then give us blank runes. That way, you know,
they already exist too. You get one as a quest reward.
Yeah, code already there.
Just have them drop from, like, let's say a blank rune drops from every single like big boss.
Sure.
Like Crawbell drops one, the King in the Mist drops one.
Wouldn't it be broken?
Executioner. That doesn't break the game or anything. That just like, oh damn. Yeah.
And they're only available for basic runes, right? You can't use it for the complicated, more, you know, high tier runes.
Yeah.
It's just agreed. Ones.
Even if Folk had specifically was selling the lesser ones for like 100 of the juice or whatever, even though that's going to be eventually, that's the league mechanic, so they have to make it core somehow. But my problem is with PoE 1, they just like, this feels exactly like the PoE 1 socket situation. They just addressed by making it to where the colors don't matter. I've had multiple times this league where I've had an upgrade that I couldn't put on because I did not have the socketables to fix the resistances. But if I did have the socketables for the resistances, I would have put that item piece on immediately. And that doesn't feel good. It feels almost exactly how it feels getting color socketed in PoE 1. And I feel like it has to be addressed by 1.0. It's the worst part of playing SSF to me, is specifically runes. Like if I have to DE Regal for Regals, sure, but there's nothing I can do to get more runes. There's nothing I can disenchant to get more runes. Like you have to pray, and that feels horrible.
But yeah,
I'll say it.
Go ahead,
Miso.
No, guest always. Guest always.
Okay. I was going to say, I will say it's 10x better than it used to be, And nobody mentioned my favorite addition to .4 or .3 was the damn rune vendor and the fucking is it interludes
Holton?
or Act 4?
Holton?
Yeah, Holton. Yeah, the rune vendor there. And so an idea I had was maybe that dude pops up in early maps randomly or through the campaign randomly or something, like a little rune vendor guy you could go hit up. But yeah, I love that guy, dude. Sometimes he's got like 4 iron runes and shit. You're like so excited to make subsequent characters to go hit up the rune vendor guy. But it's so much better than it used to be. Seriously,
that's the real SSF hustle, is make new characters to farm runes from the rune vendor. Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, you gotta wait till Act 4 to do it. But yeah, I mean, it's better than it used to be, but I'll agree. Early game, like through Act 1, Act 2, or just through the campaign, Hacker mentioned it in chat. I was going to mention it myself too. It's just the essences too, like essences and then by the end, like to Rabbit's point, by the time it's either you don't have enough or your essence page is just so packed full of hundreds of essences by the end of the league or whatever. I don't know. There is something weird there for sure. Early game wise, it is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, agreed. It completely gets out of control. Even right now, I feel like I'm starting to get like super bloat on runes. But those first days, like there were several times where it was like, I cannot put this piece on because I'm losing 40 fire res, despite it giving me like 800 more armor or something. It just ain't happening because I'm not going in the maps with 20 fire res.
I mean,
the flux are cool.
Sorry.
Flux are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rabbit.
I've learned that in SSF now as well. Fluxes are amazing. I don't think I've even used a single one in Trade League. No, it's also in endgame. In endgame, you get more runes and you need less runes. At the time when you need more runes, you get less runes, and then when you need less runes, you get more runes. And it should be the other way around. Because in the campaign, you switch out an item piece about every like 10 to 50 minutes, sometimes much more often. And that in that part of the game, we're not getting enough runes. And then when you basically change out an item piece maybe once a day or two, then you get plenty of runes. That's a disconnect to me.
I know there's an issue because when you make another character, you have a shitload of greater and like no lesser or normal ones. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
So same with the essence. Same thing with the essence.
Yeah, that's my issue with essences. Is like lesser essences end up being a commodity at some point because you just don't get any, but you need them for certain gear pieces.
What do you guys think about?
You can upgrade runes, but you can't downgrade them, right?
No, you can't. Yes, you can upgrade,
but you can downgrade currencies, right?
Yeah, you can disenchant runes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can disenchant
something that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, greater.
Wait, what? So like perfect dog to
yes,
into 1. It doesn't even give you 3.
It's 3 to 1. It's a perfect chaos will give you 3 greater chaos, and then.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, then you should be able to do that with everything.
Perfect chaos or bait.
I don't think I ever chaos. I'm a noob. Oh, no, actually, Herm got a clip of me chaosing a belt, and it removed the 1 modifier. By the way, earlier you said Thorns is bait. What do you mean?
I said Thorns was bait?
Yeah, you said you get Thorns on an item, it's ruined it. What do you mean?
I said that?
Yeah, you say you get a bad modifier like Thorns.
Who the fuck wants Thorns on their vile robe, bro? Who the fuck wants Thorns on that? I was talking vile robe, dude.
No, Thorns just sucks, man. Thorns just sucks. He only wanted anything.
I didn't say that. I
have not played Thorns.
Get on him.
League. That's
he's the one.
Leech did to Thorns.
That guy.
Every single time I slam Thorns onto an item where the last modifier is open, it's like a perfect full T1 every time, and I slam Thorns onto it, my chat just erupts. And it's all just
damn it, Calderak.
That happened on my Jhin I was just playing. I had minion command skills on my belt, and I was just chaosing it, praying it would hit anything to give me resistance or anything. Like it just had a good minion command skill roll, and it hit the command skill, and it turned to Thorns. And that's when I knew the Jhin needed to die. That's when I knew.
I don't know if you know who. Shout out Darren the Wizard. He's a partnered streamer on Twitch, but he's a Thorns enjoyer. Yeah, he's a Thorns enjoyer as well. He's got a pretty crazy Thorns build rocking right now. He's very proud of it.
Hell yeah, Thorns is fun. I just burnt myself out. I meme on it a little bit too much right now because it's weird when you have like a fan base for an archetype that just like play Thorns. It's like I've played too much Thorns. I'm having fun playing other stuff. Let me take a break.
Yeah, it's nice to hit things sometimes, not them hit you.
But I'm just burnt right now, so I shit talk Thorns a little bit too much. It is fun to play though. The Leech changes.
That was kind of me with.
How do you feel about the Leech changes about hardcore from a hardcore perspective? Like before, I was almost always playing Leech and Overleech and softcore. I don't know if Leech and Overleech was very popular in hardcore.
Probably, I never really messed with it too much. It was usually I'd want a little bit in my build if I was using like life cost for mana skills on like a warrior or something. But I never came close to abusing it or anything like that. Just a little tiny bit on like a ring or on my gloves or both or something, for like a mace build, something like that.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
I used to lean heavily into Leech, and it just feels so bad now.
Yeah, I died on a blood mage for the first time trying to use it like that. I was trying to do traditional like blood mage cast on crit, spark, comet, and that's what I died with that mage blood.
Ew, blood mage.
Yeah, but she's really cool. It's like I shot snipe is sick on a blood mage. The snipe did like 1.2 mil. She was like 3 different builds too. It's Ziri Spearfield blood mage without that whole left side. You don't go for the crit. You just go for the LE damage contributes to bleed. It's actually sick.
I don't know any cool people that play blood mage.
No.
Nah.
Literally, this guy would spend every single league playing blood mage until blood mage got nerfed. This guy.
Was it Blood Mage got nerfed, or was he just realized how amazing Abyssal Lich was? Because Abyssal Lich is pretty insane.
I mean, he knew about the power of Abyssal Lich even last league, but he was still playing Blood Mage. That's all I'm saying.
Were you playing Blood Mage last league? I don't remember. I haven't played a Blood Mage.
I don't remember what I ate this morning. I don't know.
I've been keeping tabs. I've been playing Blood Mage every single league except for this one, when Leech is not as good.
Oh, that might be true. Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah,
I think my next one's going to be a Blood Mage Plasma Blast, dude, with like Mirage Archer.
I think I saw
like Blood Mage Falling Thunder. Even it's something of that huge Ellie hit will get a crazy bleed, dude. Like,
didn't JTX have a really cool Blood Mage Plasma Blast build like in 0-3 or something?
It was the ice shot snipe that Timmy was talking about.
Okay.
That one's cool too.
Yeah, Blood Mage is cool. What's your favorite hardcore build you've ever played, Timmy?
Probably the guy that I found my first success on, just Shield Wall Hammer the Gods Titan, dude. Pretty straightforward build. My Hammer the Gods was fucking destroying, though. I pretty much one-tapped every boss in the game with that. And that was the first time I killed Arbiter and shit with that guy. It's probably my favorite guy. Yeah, probably him. But there's so many really like cool ones. Like one of my most unique ones that lives right now is the Raven guy. I have the Raven.
I was watching you play him.
I saw that one.
Dude, it's so cool, bro.
That one was cool.
Just launch the Raven over and over. You use an Archon of Death to reduce the cooldown. But and then with the staff too. But what was hard was achieving the attributes for them. Because it's 242 for the chest and 115 for the staff without Astra Menace on. And that was kind of a challenge, but he's cool. He's got frogs and ravens just flying all over. It's pretty sick. I don't know. And then another chalupa. A lot of my chalupas have been the Voltaxic Rift bow chalupa was real cool. You can still get shock with that bow. So you just get a shitload of chaos damage on top of your shock. It did pretty well. And then the Jin, I got to shout out Pastelli, like the huge Path of Exile and Tarkov streamer. If you guys don't know who he is, you should. Massive, just awesome Australian dude. But I learned Tarkov from him, and I was watching him shit on the game with a Varashta. I'm like, what the hell is that? And he gave me a quick rundown on it, and then raided me one day with like 1,000 viewers or something. It's like my biggest raid ever. and kind of showed me a little bit how Archon and Puppet Master worked, and then I like took it from there, and now I'm 98 and like top 100 on that Varashta and Hardcore SSF. She's still alive, but I probably won't touch her because we're in the private league now. But that's the strongest build I've ever made, was the Pastilli inspired Varashta, and now a lot of people are using her. I see now too. It's a strong build.
It was me and you. We were both playing Varashta at the same time, like a few weeks before the THC League, and we're the reason it's so popular right now. It's me and you, dude.
Yeah, I got like 300 hours on that character. So
welcome to the Exile Podcast.
Yeah, boy. No, I'm kidding. No, Varashta has been very insane for a while. I'm surprised it took me this long to play it. But the reason why I fell in love with it was the time loss. The time loss cheese was freaking absurd. I don't know if you'd be able to do that in hardcore.
I saw your tech for that. That was pretty cool what you were showing with that time loss. But that reminds me of the Oracle that I have in HCSSF. It has the Heroic Tragedy.
Cool time lost, yeah.
Man, well, it's a Heroic Tragedy, the Timeless Jewel from Olroth. You put that in that socket right in the Sork tree, the first socket there, and it changes a bunch of those nodes in there to like 40% energy shield and cast speed and physical damage. So I have it socketed there for my plants, and it overlaps with I think it's Black Flame Covenant right there that works with entwined reality. So you have this overlap of from nothing that you can from nothing a bunch of sick nodes with that timeless jewel right there. And that's another really cool jewel tech with the Oracle. The Oracle is fucking sick, dude. All these other ascendancies that existed prior to the new ones need to be brought up to speed.
Yeah, they do, dude.
The new shit is so cool compared to some of the other stuff.
Is it crazy that how I used to think Titan was like S tier, S plus tier? Like I used to say hulking form made Titan by far the best ascendancy. I know. I think Titan's a little bit mogged now. Hulking form is still amazing, but if you compare it to martial artists, where martial artists has ascendancies that are basically hulking form, and then every other node is fucking insane. Like the rest of Titan needs to be, buffed up and stuff. Pathfinder's completely mogged because like split personality was what Pathfinder was. Like, Invoker Monk is Bonzo beans. I've said Warbringers needed love since they reworked block. The cool thing about Warbringer was when it was the only one with Turtle Charm, and then they made Turtle Charm the AoE blocking ground effect baseline for everyone in block, and Warbringer's just been kind of like, you only play it for shout builds or early now.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I mentioned about the Gemling, like they have a tendency to lose their identity with changes to the game. Like when they made it to where everyone can use multiple copies of the same support gem, then the fucking Gemling was like, why even exist? So they kind of did the same thing to the Pathfinder now with the split personalities, and it's just. But I can only assume that they know what they're doing, and they're going to continue to make the game badass. And they have to know all this shit is left in the dust. It's all the dead horse topics. We're beating the dead horse topics, the red life and maces and giant's blood. It's just all the same shit. It's been that way. So they have to know that, and they have to be addressing it or are going to. I can only imagine. Because I mentioned before that swords and axes are going to come to the game and suffer from the same problems as maces, with the one-handed version sucking and the two-handed version requiring 3 times the attributes.
They made one-handed maces and weapons worse in the campaign now. You can't get like plus attack on it or plus melee on it until like level 30 something or something. Like, why would you ever level until like endgame with a one-hander versus a two-hander? Like one-handed weapons have a very real identity crisis. It's bad. I don't know why with this patch they changed how melee and attack skills work on one-handed martial weapons to where you can't even get low-level like good one-hand. Like it's really bad. One-handed weapons. That's a very good point.
Essence changes were like a kick to the balls for martial weapons and like a slap on the hand for casters. In my opinion, that's how it feels. It's hard, dude. You can't do if you do not get flat fizz on your weapon, like you can't slam a regal on it unless you're going to use like the alloys or the sock, whatever the hell it is, unless you have 2 crafted. I don't even know what that is. I haven't used one yet. I know it exists.
That's what's scary.
It's a socketable.
Yeah, and like how fucking rare
It's
is
almost
that?
like you watched my stream in the past couple of days.
I don't know.
I've been on this struggle, but yeah, I'm playing Grenades Tactician right now. So I'm playing Red Life, I'm playing Armor, and I'm playing Martial Weapon. And
well,
like
no,
the
this
first
is
time
just
I
shit
actually
I've been experiencing. You know, that's how I know. It's
the first time I actually found a good crossbow base, I slammed the Greater Essence of Abrasion to get Flat Fizz because it had percentage fizz, and then I went like, okay, and now I need a perfect Essence of Battle, and everyone in my chat just went. Nope. And I went like, no, no,
Yep.
no.
Yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, it's
so desecrates.
that's a little bit rough.
I guess.
Yeah,
it's very rough, and it like because I know like I've always liked my martial weapons of Red Life and Armor and everything. That's how I've played 3,000 hours of this game. This league, I made 4 melee martial weapon characters before the Varashta, so that's how I know Rabbit. I should watch your stream more often. I think it may be a time thing or something. But yeah,
oh,
yeah,
no,
but no, I just feel it. Oh, whatever, bro. And I wanted to mention a Miso too. I've been following you since it's the only one out of the 3 that I've been following since before I started streaming. I looked; it was January 7th. Yeah,
that's a very specific date.
Well, I looked. I remember. I just looked when I just looked to because I know I wanted to look at the date. I knew it was before I started streaming because I used to watch you and in the evenings. You were like always on late night. So yeah, I met these guys after streaming.
He ran straight from the capital. He went home and then he watched the stream.
Yeah.
No, okay. No, that's an American joke. I don't know.
No, it was I was going through stuff with my mom.
Cal just got it.
And then I'd come home. And I'd come home and watch Miso and other late night guys and play the game before I started streaming.
I actually watched Miso before starting to stream as well because I played Lost Ark.
Really? Damn, he is old.
I played Lost Ark. Yeah.
Miso
was a Lost Ark content creator. How old am I?
No, Miso.
I mean, I'm age is just a number, guys. Age is just a number.
Timeless.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest one here, and I'm 36. So
that's not true.
Are you older than me?
I'm old as fuck.
You look very youthful. You look in your 20s to me.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're older than me, I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked if you're older than me.
I'll be 41 in November.
Holy fuck, dude! Is your back okay?
Is my back okay? Not really. I mean, at times it's better. I feel like a healthy 64-year-old. Okay, leave me alone.
Hell yeah.
No, I was born in '85, bro. I'm old.
You do not seem 41 at all.
You're very youthful.
You don't look it at all. It's crazy.
Twitch keeps me
on the other hand.
Stuff,
I'm an old man.
The webcam shaves off 15 years.
Yeah, I got gray in my beard. There's some gray in there.
The most annoying thing about my mustache is I get gray hairs in it, and it are very
your mustache is
frustrating.
You've already had mustache comments in chat, dude.
It's an accident. It's a happy accident.
It's the 4th permanent member of the podcast. It's Miso, Dead Rabbit, Kaltarak, and Kaltarak's mustache.
Well, I had to have something. My ego was a little bit too big, and I needed to find some place to store it. So I grew the mustache, and it's housing a good portion of the ego.
Yeah.
Rabbit also gets frequently cat attacked.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah, my wife just came home, so the cats don't care about me anymore. But usually, Usually I get a cat attack every podcast, especially if I forget to feed before the podcast.
She's taking
Mr. Miso, you recently made a video about the Reset League. You're pretty confident about the Gamescom prediction. Do you want to go ahead and just talk about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, first off, for the video, I think it's ridiculous, but there's so many people that watch that video and are like, what is this clickbait? I'm like,
yeah, dude.
Literally, the video is titled Everything We Know About 0.55. And the thumbnail is confirmed updates, and people come in, it's like, what is this clickbait? Oh, you didn't tell me the date that it's gonna start. I'm like, guys, where did I say that the date, the release date of 0.55 was going to get released? These guys came in with they had an assumption about what they wanted to see. They came in, they didn't see it. It's like, this is clickbait. I'm just like, what the heck, guys? Whatever, it is what it is.
Dude, people came to my chat and were like, what the fuck is Miso doing?
Dude, I have a bone to pick actually, Miso. You got me with your fucking April Fools. Oh my god, dude! I watched it on stream. I'm like, look at this video from Miso, dude. And everybody's like, bro, this can't be real. I'm like, wait. They're like, it's April Fool's, dumbass. I'm like, no. I just turned it off immediately. Just started playing again. Like, God,
like we said at the beginning.
Like, righteous fire kills you. What?
No morals. This guy making our editor work from a McDonald's. No morals. Clickbaiting. He's this is a green screen, by the way. He's streaming from a private jet right now because of all the money he's making with clickbaiting. You guys
with clickbait,
get baited.
Get baited, losers. But
original question though.
Gamescom with the 055 prediction. I mean, it doesn't really make sense for them to release 055 before Gamescom, in my opinion. It's like
when is that?
End of August. So it's like, for one, right? There's a lot of kind of anecdotes to it where the timing of after Gamescom just makes sense. First off, Path of Exile 1 League, they probably want to have at least a month runway before they do anything with Path of Exile 2. That way they can do any fixes they need to do for Path of Exile 1 for any of the many problems that people are saying this league, and also just give some people time to play the game before they eventually hop back into Path of Exile 2, which all the Path of Exile 1 players are gonna be coming back to Path of Exile 2, guaranteed, right? So there's that, but then also Gamescom is like a perfect time for them to make any announcements or like make teasers, and also they're gonna be at the event, so I think there's opportunities for you to play the game and unreleased content. So you can go ahead and play some of potentially 0.55 content, or maybe even 1.0 content. Maybe new class, maybe new Ascendancy for 0.55, right? Maybe it'll be a perfect time. It's like, hey, we're going to be releasing Arcane Archer, and you can play Arcane Archer right here, right now at Gamescom. So I think it'll just be a perfect timing thing.
I mean, there's going to be one of us. One of us is gonna be at Gamescom, and I'm gonna be streaming.
Selling his body Gamescom to get us a dev interview is what he's doing there. He is doing whatever he has to.
I'm not at liberty to discuss anything at this point. I'm a very important person now. I've been invited to Gamescom, and I'm not at liberty to discuss anything. No, I don't know anything. I'm gonna go there. I was told I was.
Oh no, that's not what I was saying. I was saying you should sell your body to the GGG devs while you're there to convince them to do a dev interview on this podcast. That's what I was saying.
Oh, with what my body is worth, we're gonna get.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. But yeah, I will be streaming from Gamescom on before Gamescom even starts. So I'm gonna be there. I think it starts Wednesday, but it's not gonna be open to everyone on Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm gonna be there on Wednesday and Thursday, and I was told I am allowed to stream.
So that's the 27th of August, then the Wednesday.
Yeah. I will be there. So, and then you'll know.
Are you going to be like phone live streaming, or do they give you a PC or computer game streaming from?
No. I like literally I do not know anything. I just asked if like when I come there to their booth or whatever, I just asked if I would be allowed to stream the whole thing, like getting there and then being there and then streaming, cool. And then they said yes. So because
so
I just
IRL
wanted to make sure.
It.
Yeah. First time ever. I don't even know how it's gonna work. I've never IRL streamed or anything. We'll see. I saw that last year on the last Gamescom, there was like a boss rush event or something. And that's why I asked, because I did see a bunch of people. I remember Terrence was one of the first people I saw that was there. He was just like streaming, and his girlfriend was just like streaming him playing this like boss rush event with the Huntress. So I'm assuming that it's going to be like that. I will just be able to stream and then IRL stream and then, I don't know, whatever we are gonna be doing or seeing. I don't know.
Okay. Cool.
What do you guys
And
think
then
will happen with
GGG
the private league when like 0.5 comes out? Like, do you think that would be updated if by chance like an arcane archer were added to the game? I have like lack of experience with GGG and how they
Like
would do something like
retroactively,
that.
you mean? Through the league
Or
by
just
the normals?
yeah,
no
you know what I
idea
mean?
how
Like
that would work.
yeah, that's why that's why I'm unsure about the league expiration date. You know what I mean?
Well,
I think
The point,
from it, can't you do private leagues for like Pharisha and stuff? So what I assume is 055 would have its own little patch on the in the database, and it would have like if you wanted to do a 055 private league, you would be able to, but you would have to select that as an option. I think that's how that
okay,
works in
no,
PV1.
I don't
But I
think
don't
that'd be
know.
something I don't think I would want to do that now. But yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I was just
we
curious.
have no idea how 055 is actually going to implement it. Like, and even talking to like there was a bit where there was a GG employee hanging out on my stream when we were talking about 055, and they also said that they didn't really know, but they could also just been saying whatever. But because I asked them like, hey, is 055 going to have all the updates just like across everything? Like there is the event league, but all the updates will go to Runes of Aldur, or is the event league going to have exclusive content? And they said that they didn't know. My
Okay.
thinking, right, is that they probably want people to play in the event league. So to incentivize people to play in it, they're gonna make people like they're gonna keep a lot of the content there. Maybe not everything,
Yep.
right? But maybe like new content. Let's just say like new skills or new ascendancies or whatever. But then everybody else gets the
That makes
balance
sense.
changes. That way you get
Okay.
to, have the people play the class from from level 0 or level 1 all the way to the end, as opposed to like, hey, now we got the arcane archer ascendancy, and everybody just changes their ascendancy on their Deadeye to arcane archer, and you don't get like the leveling process and like the whole testing process and everything.
See, that's
the
why
verbiage GGG specifically used, and I
Makes
think you
total
had a clip
sense.
of it in your video, Miso, was they're using this 055 reset league specific, like almost all for balance. Like 70% of it is for specifically skill and leveling and like balance of like characters. And like you want people to play that. Like you can't have like somebody just hopping on to their level 100 in the main league and just immediately just having infinite budget to like break everything. You're not really getting a good gauge on balance with that. So yeah, Miso's 100% right in my opinion. I think it'll be tied to the 055 league, and
for me being a gamer, like first and foremost, I'm excited for that shit. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't even be disappointing if the private league ended, shorter than I expected, because I'd be excited to play more new shit in the game. I'm just a nerd.
And hopefully it gets a lot of people playing it. Well, speaking of the new shit coming, it is supposed to be largely balance related. What are things that you are expecting to get shaken up? I know a lot of people talk about gemling. I don't think gemling is getting like people are like they're going to completely get rid of that node. I think that you'll see some things get tweaked on it, like the flame blast magnitude, like the outliers that are super crazy. But I think it's going to stay. I don't think gemling's just getting nuked out of the ground. I feel like gemling's the direction they want the game to go in terms of ascendancies. But there's definitely outliers that'll get nuked of it, but I don't think the whole ascendancy is getting nuked. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on gemling. Am I wrong? Like, do you guys think gemling deserves to get the whole nuke? Is it like there are some people who like how they play the game, they look at gemling and they think I have to play that for every single build. I don't have that feeling personally.
I think it's good that it has strength again, but maybe it is a little overtuned, or some of the skills are overtuned for it. But the way I just kind of felt like it was maybe GGG testing how they can improve some skills, maybe even like without being boosted by the thaumaturgy from the gemling. That was just like a little thought that I had, like, because there is skills that kind of suck. Like, what the hell does it even do to Spear Solaris? Does it make that better? I think it gives it more fire damage or something. It probably still sucks.
I'm about to make a really good Spear of Solaris build. Don't worry.
I fucking hope so.
I'm about to put 15 mirrors into a Spear of Solaris Abyssal Lich build. Just you wait. If that doesn't make Spear of Solaris good, GG is going to be forced to buff it.
They have to buff it, dude. Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe what they did to that skill.
It's
That's
cool
a good
to see
thing. That's a
shit.
good recognition for them to buff something for sure.
It's like a combination of the two, of split personality being introduced to the game and the gemling getting the buff that it did. Because without the split, is it really that like
That's a
OP
really good
or
point.
even that much of an issue? Because all the travel required to do something in the Sork side of the tree would
Very
be a
good point.
challenge, you know.
I think overall the change to gemling is very good, even though I do fully agree that it might as we say, it mogs other Ascendancy now, which is probably a bad thing. Did I use that right? But I do think the nerf is coming, but I do hope that they take the right lessons from what Gemling has done a little bit in this league, because Gemling on its own made a new build variety, like a build build. It just completely increased build variety in a way. And if you just get a little bit of that, what happened on Gemling onto the other Ascendancies and the other classes, or the baselines of skills, I think it could be an overall improvement. I do think that the nerf is definitely coming, but I think there's good lessons to be learned here for how easy it is to make certain build archetypes or certain skill archetypes just more viable, and by extension increase build diversity by a lot. I just think it shouldn't just happen on one Ascendancy that then just... I think if people realized it a little bit earlier and the league was still like super popular, I think Ninja would be like 50% Gemlings by now. It already...
I don't think so. Am I wrong in thinking that martial artist is everything that Gemling is, but a little bit more fantastical? Like martial artist is like Gemling across the board better, right? Maybe not across the board better, but like Gemling is doing exactly what you're saying about martial artists is, right? Like it's so build enabling and so build like defining. Like so many new things come from the martial artist gloves, but it's also just overpowered as shit. I haven't played a martial artist yet, so I could be wrong with that perspective, but
the big difference is
maybe for martial weapons. Yeah, go ahead, Miso.
No,
I was just saying maybe for martial weapons, the martial artist might be better, but for like casters, stuff like in totems, I mean, Gemling for sure, right? But that's all. That was all.
All right, yeah, I wasn't trying to say martial artist was a catch-all. I was just saying in terms of design, martial artist is almost as fantastical as Gemling in my head.
Yeah,
the big difference is some really crazy stuff.
The big difference in martial artists, it requires gear to get that, whereas Gemling doesn't require gear at all. Like if you wanted like do some build enabling thing with Way of the Stone Fist, right? A lot of times you have to get some specific rolls on your glove, which again for let's just say SSF is a little bit harder than on trade, right? But I think for like Gemling overall, how I see it is that I think that GGG, this is kind of like how they want to take Ascendancies, and I hope they take Ascendancies this way. But the reason why I think that they're not going to really nerf Gemling as a whole and keep the quality thing, they're probably going to touch specific skills that might be overtuned, right, for what their quality does. The reason why I say that is because I see Oracle in many ways kind of like Gemling. It has the thing like inevitable critical, which is really, really powerful. And many people last league said that they thought it would get nerfed, but they didn't. So because of that, if they're not touching inevitable critical, I don't think they should touch the quality, because I think if you think about identity wise, right, Oracle, one of the big identities for the class is the inevitable critical, and then also those like the pathing on the tree stuff, right? Gemling, their identity is the whole thing is all about like getting quality on the equipment, or the extra qualities on the gems and skills, and that's like a thing that you go to the class for. More Ascendancies need to have these like very well defined, like this is like what you go to the class for, and this is why you play the class, and this is what makes the class better at this thing than any other class. And it felt like Path of Exile for the longest time. We always memed that the Ascendancy didn't do anything, right? You could just go play the game without an Ascendancy, and it really didn't matter. Well, now where they're adding these Ascendancy build defining things that like you can only really do with that Ascendancy, or like that Ascendancy is going to make it and super boost it to make it way stronger.
Yeah, I mean, look at the new ones: Oracle, Martial Artist, Pathfinder. What else is like really cool and kind of new?
Witch Hunter.
Gemling.
Witch Hunter can like the 124 weapon set passives is very
that's
unique.
Pretty interesting. Yeah.
They just need to make it to where you don't like they need to change the jewel
spice.
thing.
I don't know.
I'm so tactician pilled right now. It's crazy. I can't believe more people are not talking about how fucking amazing tactician is. I have a thing, even if I'm not playing hardcore, even on softcore trade, I have a big thing for tanky ascendancies. I just love tanky characters. One of the things that I absolutely despise, even on softcore trade, is just like glass cannons. And I am so glad I tried out tactician now because it's so nice. The pinning, it's I would describe it as broken overall. It is amazing.
I think
The
people just
deflection based on armor, the half the spirit cost for spirit buff skills. Hello, and then you get pin, and then you get armor based deflection rating. What?
My first hardcore death ever in 0.2 was a tactician.
Is that a good advertisement for tactician?
The first hardcore death ever?
To be clear, two of the nodes are the ballista node and the banner node. Well, the banner nodes can be okay sometimes depending on what setup you do, but the ballista node and the watch how you do it that gives your weapon to the allies in your presence, both of those are so dog shit. So tactician does need some love in my opinion. But defensively,
personality up to Archon of Death with support with the I don't know, man. Split personality tactician up into the Sork tree, get Archon of Death for that supporting fire command skill.
Well, even without the split personality, because you just play armor stacking with it. Like, I think split personalities are personally a little too overhyped, because you can just play armor stacking with the whole inflection stuff. Well, yeah, you could do cool shit.
But to get the Archon of Death for the no cooldown on your command.
Maybe then you're playing an ES build. But then you're playing an ES build, then why? Like, why would you do that to yourself?
Also, personality. I had a question on another gemling build that I was doing on the Spike Comet gemling. I was doing I was not using split personality because people always went like, yo, why are you not using split personality to get to the Sork skills? Yeah, because I'm just going all the way down anyway, and then going all the way around for all the jewels, and I can do that. Yeah. I lose a jewel slot if I just do that with split personality, because I would just use a split personality and then do the same thing just on top. But I'm still going all the way around for the jewel slots. Yeah. So
that's a trade thing.
It depends on the build.
You want all those jewel slots. I feel like if I was in softcore and I did have a split personality, I'm not jewel hunting, right? So that does make more sense.
My Spirit Walker goes about 65% all the way around. My Spirit Walker does.
That's how most of our builds look like in softcore.
It goes from Giant's Blood all the way up to the minion stuff in the Sork tree.
Yep. That's actually kind of normal and standard. Is there anything else you guys think as outliers that are being changed? Like, I think Expedition is getting removed from the game, but what other, is there anything you guys seeing needing desperate buff or nerfs? I'm such an Expedition hater right now.
Besides the dead horse stuff.
Bring up the dead horse stuff for sure. Like,
fucking Red Life more than
it's never getting fixed.
On the
never
tree
getting fixed.
Would be nice.
It's never. Does that even count? The nodes they gave us even count for Red Life?
Well, they are actively looking, like they have talked. It has been brought up many times, and GG has talked about how they want to make it better, but they just haven't figured out how they want to do it without adding life on the tree, right? And Mark did say at some point, maybe we'll give up, but they're going to try their best to not add it onto the tree. So they are working on it. It is something that they're actively changing.
As far as the Varasha needs looked at for sure. Like it does. That
on a nerf side of things.
Nerfed?
Yeah, nerfed for sure.
I think there's so much happen because people on softcore trade do not even I've heard people that they went like, wait, what is Varasha?
Yeah.
Bro,
I think when softcore trade catches on to the time loss tech, then it'll blow up.
You get 50% more damage for each time, up to 300% more damage for each time that deception hits. Like, you cast that thing 6 times, you're doing 300% more damage. Like,
yeah,
right there could be looked at. The 60% of your energy shield being used as physical damage reduction, i.e., armor that can't be broken and taken away in Trials of Suck My Ass. Like, there's just so much, dude. There's just too much. There's too much going on for it, in my opinion.
I've talked about this.
And then them adding the Puppet Master and Archon of Undeath too just made it OP. It's the plus Dominion. It's just too much. It's just a lot, dude. I love it and I play it, but it's too much. Go ahead. Yeah.
I wonder if they were even like what they were thinking about when they added the Puppet Master thing, because I didn't even think about that. But they added Puppet Master with Varashta in the game. It literally just like. It's like Varashta was really good before, right? And then now they added this thing that just basically makes Varashta insane.
I don't think like there are clear situations I see with balance decisions where it's like they're just like going off a feeling and no one internally is actually playing. Like the change for Archon Undeath made supporting fire go from a mid build to a very good build. Like that was so like it might have been someone who was playing supporting fire and they're like, oh, Puppet Master completely evolves this build, but they just never played it on Varashta because they just hadn't played it before. Because I can like there's some examples like supporting fire is actually a solid build now. I wouldn't call it overpowered with Archon Undeath, but Varashta is fucking overpowered with Archon Undeath. It is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing it's that kind of thing. Someone's got blinders on when they're making these decisions.
No quality, no jeweler orbs needed. You just get all that, no skill gems needed. There's so much. I could just go on and on about things about it.
Yeah. And I think so. I brought this up last league in 0.4 when I saw was it 0.4 that Varashta came out, right? 0.4, right?
Yes, 0.4 was last patch.
Yeah, it was like a shadow drop or something.
Yeah, it was last
right
minute,
before
very last minute. Yeah. But I brought this up at kind of near the end of the league when people are talking about changes, balance changes, and stuff like that. And I brought up Varashta because I mentioned hey guys, do you think Varashta will get nerfed? And because Varashta was literally the majority of hardcore, most people, it was the most played class by far. Everybody was playing it. It was ridiculous. Everybody was talking about Cock Comet, but in hardcore, Varashta was basically the Cock Comet of hardcore because everybody was playing it. And I'm like, do you think they're going to balance Varashta? Because even most players don't play hardcore. So it's like, do they even balance around hardcore? It's not technically OP in most other places, but in hardcore, it definitely is pretty dang overpowered.
True. That's a good point, Miso. Yeah, it's true because even min-maxing Varashta in Trade League, it's not like it's the best build out there, So they might not have even been thinking about that. I do agree with you, Timmy. Archon of Undeath is a good point of it is very overpowered. I could see its numbers getting changed a bit.
There's overcorrections. I'm new to GGG in the last year and a half. That's all I've interacted with their games. But I noticed a tendency of overcorrection, nerfing the gemling from 0.1 to 0.2. And then the overcorrection maybe here too with Dominion being added, Puppet Master being added, Archon being added. It's just an awful lot all at once on both sides of the spectrum, taking away and adding things. But it's early access. That's a good time for them to be doing that.
I think your average minion main before this patch though would have said we needed all of this because minions were pretty rough before.
I had never played them. I never played Varashta either. So I'm the end of 0.4 is when I started using ES and casters and really trying to educate myself on the northeast side of the tree because I've always just been martial weapon guy for the most part in Red Life. But in experiencing the game like that for thousands of hours and then going up into that northeast side, I feel like my skills have been honed a little bit because I don't get hit very much. And then on top of that, I got 13,000 energy shields sitting behind that. So it's if you learn to play the game like that, then go play strong things, you'll find success,
Yeah, for sure. Being good at the game makes you better. That's for sure.
I guess, yeah.
All right, let's wrap up. Let's go into build of the week. Awesome episode. I'm going to be talking about a build from, the people who are in the hardcore community like myself, we know this guy. Us hardcore Andes, we're familiar with Mr. Westy West. He is a legend, and he made a badass freaking build. This is one of the coolest builds I've seen. He's playing martial artist. I haven't played martial arts, so I don't fully understand everything going into hollow form and stuff, but he's using it with shield wall. I saw whatever media playing this build, and like, if you are somebody who this isn't anything crazy new. It's another shield wall build, but this build is so budget and like friendly and easy to do in terms of like cost. If you're somebody who's after this watching this episode, or you're interested in trying out the Timmy League, you're gonna go sign up later tonight, and you don't know what build, and you want a build that is a smooth, budget friendly experience, check out this build from Westy West. He's got a Mobalytics leveling guide. It is using the new martial artist, which is very fun and very powerful, and it is dominating content. Like, I was watching whatever media stream yesterday, and he had dog shit guild and gear, and he was in tier 15 maps. This build is very defensive. It is very good DPS. Yeah, us hardcore Andes, we know Westy West. He cooks the best builds, and this is another one of them from him. So shout out to Westy West.
That's funny.
He's also playing in the Timmy League, by the way.
One. Yeah, this was going to be the one that I mentioned. That's kind of funny.
I'm glad you didn't, because I like the one that you're mentioning.
Yeah, it looks like yours.
I mean, it's both shield wall.
Well,
So I'm using Funky Chicken's Nebulok tech in my build, and they kind of scale similar.
That makes sense. Okay,
but yeah, I'm using his Nebulok tech. Yeah.
Well,
so
that all makes sense. Then.
I'm using his tech. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad you're shouting him out. But yeah, this build's sick. Shout out Westy West.
Yeah, I guess we'll hop into Timmy's build next too, and since we're kind of like on that train.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw him kill Arbiter last time. Like, that's fucking sick. Because I've used a Nebulok before with Hammer of the Gods with like 700% crit damage. But this was impressive to see. I saw it live. You can see me in chat at some point.
Yeah, Funky Chicken's been rocking this Nebulok tech for quite a while, ever since last league, right? I think is the first time we shouted him out.
Yep,
I'm new to meeting him.
We featured the softcore version of this build last league. Like, he was playing this Infernalist Nebulok shield wall version, and now this is his first time ever playing hardcore. He hasn't died before. He hasn't died yet. Like, this character, he's just like transitioning it straight into hardcore. So if you're looking for another budget and cool build, really recommend checking out Funky Chicken's Infernalist, because he is... I think he was talking about transitioning away from this archetype to something that could clear faster, but he is dominating the endgame, clearly.
In general, just anything Infernalist related, I haven't seen someone that because I was trying to get into some Infernalist stuff like a week ago, a few weeks ago, and I had so much work in front of me, and he just seems to have it on lock. So if you're interested in Infernalist stuff in general, he's Australian, so that's a bonus.
He's also really nice. He's
super
been giving
guy,
me awesome items.
Best dude ever.
You know, he's. I mean, Funky Chicken's the best. He is inevitably going to be on this podcast one day because he is so cool.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Found out he's an engineer as well. He's also a smart feller.
He's a fart smeller too. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty smart to make a big brain build like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I've met so many awesome people through the league, which is it's really cool.
Same. Yeah, I really hope you keep doing them, man. Forever. I will be playing in them every time you do them.
Yes, me too. I'm going to be looking forward to the THC League every single time. It's crazy.
Thank you, bros. Make me blush, dude.
I also feel like, by the way, the whole community aspect that we have now in the Timmy League, and like everyone's part of it. But I do think, and I haven't been there for the genesis of the Timmy League, but I do think it comes from a place where you guys started it, and especially you, because every single time someone in my chat or anyone like mentions the Timmy League, or in general your stream and the community around your stream and the guys that you've known for a while, every single person just says how amazing of a guy you are, and how friendly and just amazing the whole vibe is. And that gets reflected in what we have now. Even though we have 1,400 players, usually, if something becomes like that big, usually like humanity takes over and just makes it shit somehow. That's like my thing with stuff, but didn't happen because the seed that sprouted all of this was such a good seed. So
thanks, bro. Goddamn, Rabbit. Give me goosebumps, brother. Jesus Christ. Thank you,
No,
man.
I'm serious.
My mom's a big part of me. You know, she raised me and she was just a loving person. She passed away and it made me super soft and I just love everybody. That's pretty much it, bro. You know?
Hell yeah, man.
That's the way.
Spread that love. I just posted Rabbit's build in the doc Miso. I don't know if you had it open yet, but
I haven't opened
we can
it
do
yet.
your build or his build.
I just needed to shout out the build that I'm playing right now. So
Classic.
yeah, this is the build I'm playing right now. This is probably the first time ever when people in my chat go !build and it's not linking to a build that I'm playing or that I did or a Mobalytics that I did or a video that I did because I don't know shit about hardcore and I don't know how to play hardcore. So I relied on one of the hardcore players of all time, Blazeworks TV, who's currently rank 1 in the Timmy League, by the way.
Oh, did he pass Oscrix?
Even though, yes, he did pass Oscrix by pretty wide margin right now. He's currently
That's the worst
he's
fight in the
offline.
game right
He's
there.
offline blasting and everything. He's playing an unethical build though, so I don't know if it's counted. In my mind, I'm ranked 37 right now. In my mind, I'm like number 1 because I think I'm the only one in the top 40 that is not playing Varus. No, I'm kidding. It's an amazing build.
I'm almost there. I'm on your heels, bro.
I talked about Tactician earlier. I couldn't believe that I haven't played this Ascendancy before because I really, really like defensive Ascendancies. I really like being tanky overall. And Tactician is amazing. Mainly utilizing the pin from the Tactician. You basically just, everything you hit just gets pinned, which is basically a freeze. Because the Tactician also adds that the enemies can't even attack or move or anything. They're just completely frozen when you damage them. It trivializes the game to a certain degree at some point, and I'm using it with grenades, as you can see here. Grenades. I hated at first, and now I got used to it, and now I love grenades. I love grenades because it's like a completely different playstyle, and I think it's amazing that PoE 2. Even though it's one game, it kind of offers these different playstyles. It's completely different to anything that I've ever played in an ARPG because you're crossbow, grenadier type of stuff. It's awesome. It's an awesome build. So pin to win Tactician by Blazeworks TV. That's my build of the week.
Running dual mortar cannons with cluster grenades is fucking disgusting too. It's like a carpet.
And then Mirage Archer with cluster grenades too.
Mirage
so every time you dodge roll, you get a.
It's so cool. Yeah, I love that build.
Also, what's crazy, just randomly though, but like someone mentioned in chat, Everseen died like day 2 or 3, and he's caught back up to the top. Like, what the hell, man? Is insane. Like some of these players, they are just monsters.
They are. I've known these guys for a year plus now. There's no secret to me, dude. These dudes are insane. There's been Mirrors, there's been Temporalis all in the private league. And not during Temple League either. Like there's
someone did a Temporalis run in this league, in this Timmy League. Someone did a Temporalis run.
In .3.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if someone's already done Temporalis in this run, I was been like, holy shit.
Have too?
They're fast. No, I thought that's what you were saying. In the
.3 THC League, Jedi got a Temporalis.
That's cool though.
He's our back to that's champ. If you see Evil Jedi, give him a tip of Fedora. That's champ. He's the back-to-back THC champ. When it was small, before it had a metric F ton of players in it like it does now.
Hell yeah. Miso, you want to do your build?
Yeah. Funny enough, Rabbit's highlighting his build that he's playing THC. I'm gonna highlight the build that I'm gonna be I drew inspiration off of, or I'm gonna be drawing inspiration off of, which is Achaka's Ignite only Flame Blast Chronomancer. So basically, this build is really cool because It's Chronomancer. Not many people play Chronomancer, but you know, it uses Flame Blast only. Flame Blast is like the only skill it uses for both bossing and for clearing. How it works is that he takes advantage of a lot of the cooldown resetting that you can do as a Chronomancer to take advantage of like cooldown reduction from like Coolmock, and like I don't think you need the Coolmock's ring, but he takes a lot of cooldown reduction that all should be actually farmable on your own. You get a cooldown reduction on your Heart of the Well, get a cooldown reduction on a Coolmock's ring, and all of this combined with its Utrecht's Constellation, which I added this patch to give your skills 3 charges instead of 2 with Second Wind, right? But in return, it makes the cooldown really long. But Chronomancer doesn't have to worry about that because Chronomancer can just reset cooldowns. So this build basically is like a perma time freeze build where he just constantly time freezes enemies and just uses the Flame Blast to do AoE damage with that. It's not like the fastest build ever, but it's like such a cool concept where you're just constantly time freezing enemies, so your damage, I mean your survivability is really high, and then you know using Flame Blast as an ability as your main clear is pretty much not really seen much at all since it got nerfed or changed to where it was a cooldown ability. Because in 0.1 it was not a cooldown ability. It was an ability that you used to that you could use for clear.
Hell yeah.
Really cool.
Like
sick as hell.
This is awesome. When I was thinking about League starting Chronomancer, Flame Blast was like one of the skills I was playing with my head. This just looks awesome. And the cool thing about Chronomancer is phase form has 30% less damage taken, and that has made my effective HP on this Chronomancer so freaking good. I had like 30k effective HP at like level 70 with just the average armor pieces, and it's only gone up. I think I'm like 48k right now, and I'm like mid gear, and it's because of phase form. It's just a flat 30% less damage taken. Like, it's nasty. So I think Chronomancer. I think
I'm at
like,
20.
Chronomancer is really cool for hardcore. You're at 20k
I'm at
HP.
20,
Yeah,
and
I'm at
like 90.
I'm at
level
46k
93.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Can we ancestrally boost our spells now or something too?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Can you? Is that a Chronomancer only thing?
No, it's not a Chronomancer.
No, it's. How do you do it? Is it a?
I forget.
What the hell is it? It's comb something. Is it a delirium emotion? I think it is.
I'm not even sure what we're talking about right now. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, Timmy's
got an idea for his next build.
No, well, I was going to suggest maybe trying to incorporate that.
Oh, the hidden annoyance, yeah. Hidden annoyance, but it's only fire spells. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Flame Blast fire spell. Huh, okay. Yeah, comb something.
Yeah, this is cool, Miso.
Rabito.
I just read chat.
Oh.
What is
It's combs. If it's combs, then it's madness, right?
No, that's
Combs Madness
the
is
creator's
for
name,
fishers.
Miso?
This is
Blessing.
a Chaka.
Comb's Blessing.
Chaka. This is awesome.
Yeah,
is this a hardcore build, or is this something he was playing in standard and you're playing in hardcore?
He was playing in standard softcore. It's actually a build that this was the first build video that I saw this league. So this is a pretty old video. I never featured it, but it's
cool.
I really like the concept and the idea.
Yeah, the concept seems like it
sick.
would be safe too, right? Like nothing's moving and it's dying. So that's good, usually. That's usually a good combo.
Yep.
AoE maxing or what is it called? Slow reduction maxing is just super nice on Chronomancer too. Is he using Blasphemy Temp Chains? I assume he is.
I don't quite recall. I don't think he is, but
I don't see it.
Okay, so he's just using Egg Picks at the moment then?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Okay, Temporalis though?
No Temporalis. Nope. I can pull up the POB, but it literally has nothing that you wouldn't be able to get in Soul Selfbound. This is just for
blinking.
Oh, that's the cooldown recovery chess piece. Oh, that one. Okay. So I'm pissed. That showed up in my ritual window yesterday, and I couldn't afford to defer it. I was so sad. That chess piece looks nasty. That's the one that makes your energy shield apply to elemental damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's using for a defensive layer.
I was so sad. Yeah,
but it's not something that's required for the build, right? It's nothing that's required.
No.
The only thing that I think
I saw him blinking. I thought it was tempo.
Nah, he's just using raw blink.
Normal blink. Yeah, that looks very budget. He's not doing a crazy jewel setup like I'm guessing that's a prism for Flame Blast. The +3 or +2?
Flame Blast +2.
Oh, so he's not even using a crazy one.
No, this was very early on. Cool. Like I said, this was the first build that I,
Oh, right. You said week 1.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a cool build, Miso. Shout out to, sorry, what was his name again? Achaka?
Achaka, yeah.
Achaka. Shout out to like Achaka.
The karate, it's a karate move. Karate, sorry. Karate. Achaka. Yeah, okay.
It's a cool one.
Tough crowd always.
People
tough crowd. I try to be the comic relief here, and we need to invite someone that's gonna.
You are the comic. Okay? You are the comic relief when we leave you out to dry. That's what makes it funny.
Okay. That's the relief part. You mean? Okay.
Yeah. My bad. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Timmy P. This was by far the worst episode I've ever hosted, but you are by far one of my favorite guests.
You say that every time.
Why? Dude, I fucking screwed up that intro so
bad.
But
this
has been so much fun, Mr. Timmy P. The private league you've done has been just absolutely amazing.
I got to tell a story real quick. You almost called me Tammy P, dude. That's happened before. Well, nah, it seemed like, I don't know. It's all good though. But Quentin Rampage,
I think I just talk weird.
Like that. The MMA fighter used to call me Tammy P. I'll leave you with that.
I'm gonna start calling you it now.
What's your connection to Rampage?
I played Rainbow Six with Quentin Rampage Jackson. He used to call me Tammy P.
Damn.
Yeah. Used to be like, yeah, Tammy P. And I never corrected him because it's fucking Rampage.
It's Rampage fucking
Jackson.
Right.
I wouldn't correct. Otherwise you get turned into like you become a door in the UFC training facility.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that was pretty cool. Yeah. I thought I heard a Tammy there. Or just remind me.
Are you an MMA guy?
Yeah.
Are you? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We need to.
Yeah.
I guess we need to watch. We need to watch MMA together then.
I love metal.
I'm always
UFC
alone at night. It's just me like 4 a.m. in the morning watching it alone.
That's all you need, though. I love MMA. I've been watching since I was a kid. Yeah,
same.
All sports. I wrestled and stuff.
I watched the very, very, very early UFC days. It's like when it wasn't popular even, and people were still that's popular.
Oh, you're so cool.
I used to borrow the VHS.
I mean, I did it myself. So
yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Timmy, Mr. Tammy P. This has been a wonderful podcast.
I should have just let it go.
Yeah. Well, what you did there was you said that you weren't afraid. You were afraid to correct Rampage Jackson, but you weren't afraid to correct me. So that the little bit of you're not afraid of me, man. So I've got to.
No, I thought you were doing a deep dive into the Timmy lore. Or something.
No. I'm stupid and I can't talk well. I can barely speak English and it's my main language.
Same here. Yeah, same.
Appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you for the wonderful private league. We will probably be bringing you back on before the next one that you do, so we can hype it up going into it and try and get more people to play into it. But where can people follow you and find your content for where you do it?
Just Timmy_P on Twitch. I have a little tiny YouTube that I should do more with. I'm finding myself having kind of hardcore SSF builds that maybe people might want to have a gander at. So I might start throwing stuff on there, but for the most part, just on Twitch. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. Miso, take it away.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you have a comment? Sorry, I completely forgot about your Miso comment section. Did we just glaze past that? We can do it next week, I guess, but I mean,
we just highlight some quick stuff. We don't have to take super long. This section doesn't have to be a super long and involved thing. We just highlight, just be hey, shout outs to the community, right? Shout outs to people. First comment, right? Josiah Yeet, guy we shouted out last week for one of his builds. His what was it? The eraser build. Yo, thanks for the shout out, guys. Cal Torque, I've been watching you for a while, so it's cool to see you as it's cool to see you shout me out as a very, very new creator. Actually tried to mess around with Heartbound Iron Ward today because of your videos. Really love all of your builds. Look at that, man.
Thanks, Josiah. I love your builds too, man.
You don't need to lie in the comments, guys, to get a shout out. You don't. Come on.
Another one right here from Patrick3213. This is a formal request for Cal Torax Mustache to have his own account. Have you ever thought about that, Cal? Getting your own account for your mustache, maybe an Instagram account or something like that. Start being a mustache influencer.
The mustache is taking over the identity, so it might have to go soon.
I don't know.
Don't do it, man. I shaved and like I'm pretty sure I lost like a lot of follows and like people were mad. They were just actually mad, dude, when I shaved. So I don't recommend it. You all of a sudden look like a fat 12-year-old. You're like, what the what? How'd that even happen?
Well, I guess you guys will have to see. You guys, maybe it's like donate, like it's like a donate to Cal Torak to have him not shave his mustache situation, right? You know, that's how you farm. That's how you farm donations, Cal, and subscriptions.
Oh,
Subscribe.
right, okay.
And 5,000 subscriber goal. When we hit this goal, if we hit this goal within a month, I won't shave my mustache.
I don't know how well that would go.
Oh yeah, we did have some good memes come out of me shaving though. That's fine. My chat's.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if I ever do shave, it'll be.
No.
I'm
still a little bit mad. I'm pretty sure I was the first person on the podcast to even have a mustache. Okay, and then
I never even knew you had one at any point.
Excuse me,
bro.
Excuse me.
Shots fired.
It might not be
mustache.
It might not be. I might not have the Persian genes or whatever that is, but I got stash marked into obscenity, like into absolute craziness here.
Well, he's not wrong. Persian people do have glorious facial hair.
Yes, that was right. No, and I got stash mogged. I feel like we say mog a lot in this podcast, but yeah, I
need to get.
We're trying to be hip and cool.
Lingo.
Yeah, we're trying to be on their lingo, so we're trying to keep up with the kiddos. The
Hello,
6'7s. Are you on the 6'7", Timmy? Are you on the 6'7" yet?
No, but I've been saying motion sometimes.
I don't even know what that one is. That one's ahead of me. Motion?
No, I just know. God forbid a white boy gets a little motion, but that's not. That's an old.
You must not have motion yet, dude. I don't know. Somebody said it in my chat, so maybe say it. I don't say it.
No, we're this is the podcast for the young and cool kids. If you're young and Gen Z, and this is it. This is the podcast. We go with the time.
Kids. Like that fucking meme.
For real.
Did you finish your
got like a skateboard?
Did you finish your shout out, Miso? Did you do your plugs? I can't remember.
Oh no. Twitch.tv/Miso Hero on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, everything. All right, come catch me there. I'll be playing, posting Path of Exile content always.
Hell yeah! And you're never allowed to go to a concert again. I missed you. How dare you?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm actually taking a 2 days off next week because I'm going to be heading to see Yoasobi on Friday, and then Saturday one of my friends is visiting for the concert, so I'm going to hang out with him. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Rabbit, take your way.
Yeah, I'm young and cool now. I'm streaming tomorrow. From tomorrow starting, I will be streaming on TikTok, and I will be frame mogging the hell out of them players and max my way into the low cortisol zone of.
Hell yeah!
I'm running out of things to say. But yeah, you can join me there. What?
Hell yeah! Super hip, super fresh,
stuff like that.
No, Miso wanted to say something.
No, you just gotta throw the 6'7" in there at the end. Just throw it in there.
You're missing the 6'7".
There it is.
Are kids still dabbing on people? I don't know if dabbing on people still happens.
I don't think so, unfortunately.
The dab is dead. Oh damn!
Like, we can do that.
Oh yeah, dude, show us your floss.
Old. I think that's also old.
Oh no, Rabbit, you're showing how old we are. God damn it, you're doing it wrong. That was a good one. Yeah, I mean,
I can see Rabbit playing fork knife.
He's a big fork knife main. Big
Yeah, he's got that Leech, the Leech skills 1337.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to end the podcast there. No shout out from me. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.
Later.